Are you tired of missing work to take a loved one to a doctor's appointment, only to wait hours for a 15-minute visit? Are you currently having issues with transportation and getting to medical appointments is more headache and hassle than it is helpful? Have you ever felt sick but was just too tired after a long day of work to drag yourself in to see a healthcare provider? What if I told you that you wouldn't have to miss work or even leave home for those very same visits? Or that you could be seen from the comfort of your couch or even your own bed before or after work? Welcome to the future of medicine. At Above Average Health and House Calls, we offer the choice of either virtual or in-home visits. At Above Average, we take care of you wherever you are, putting the care back into healthcare.
With Julia's autism, loud sounds can be too much.
But she still loves to make music.
Yeah.
Play band.
Early screening for autism can make a lifetime of difference. Find out more at screenforautism.org.
Michael, Shawn, and the TakeOver Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in. Tap, tap, tap in.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top. Yeah.
Low waist, fat, fat, baby, tap in.
Oh, I'm going to tap in for sure.
Tap, tap, tap in.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Shout out to everybody joining us on every platform. Remember, it's Media Room 360. No matter what it is, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, LinkedIn. I don't give a damn what it is. Your streaming channels on your flat screen. You can rock out with that. You can get on my IG Live and chill. I'm off of IG.
Oh, you back.
Wow. I'm free. I'm free. And I lived without you, IG. I was fine. How about that? I was fine. Everything was all good. I just started scrolling.
Did they ever tell you? Did they ever tell you why?
Content and copyright infringement. I guess that's what was on there. So, but I was fine. I was just scrolling through TikTok, watching a lot of things on TikTok. TikTok
is it'll take you in a billion places.
Stranger danger on TikTok.
Never ends.
My
stranger danger.
Stranger danger on TikTok for real. I'm really concerned with the world, watching people sleep. And then your job when you watch people sleep, they'll sleep and be on TikTok live, and your job is to wake them up. And you hit this thing, and it goes, bah, 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 and they wake up, and they go, and they go back to sleep. And there'll be like 2,000 people. There'll be like 2,000 people watching.
Watching them sleep?
Watching them sleep. I couldn't believe it. I watched it for a little bit. I was at Monty. I asked the twins and the girls, I said, this normal? Yeah, people do that. And they act like they sleeping, and then you're supposed to wake them up and whatever. I was like, that is stranger danger. Like, y'all are. Okay. Well, but there's some talented people. There are also some talented people on there. There's one just, I forgot his name. I should have written down his name. His group, his band is amazing. Dude is dope. Jay Black, how was your night? I don't want to get too much into it. How was your night?
Nothing special. It was Wednesday. No, it was Tuesday. Tuesday. I got caught up on TV shows. I definitely did that yesterday.
TV shows?
I like Teen Mom. I like see you try climbing. I watch it. I've been watching those shows since they were young, and I follow them. Yes, and watch the episodes. Yeah.
What else?
I get good topics off that show though. What else did I watch yesterday? I do. Don't you judge me. Don't you judge me.
Watching Teen Mom.
I do.
Why?
A lot of the reality show and Marriage Boot Camp I watched yesterday.
Well, I get that because you married.
Yeah, you married. But Teen Mom.
Well, you when you first. All right. So my wife used to watch years ago. And then you get invested in the people, and as their progression is all these years later, and you see the kids now are grown and the baby daddy drama, and it's like drama. So I like to follow along with the drama.
So you morning, like Shawn. Drama?
Good morning. I do. And on TV, I absolutely
do. Stephanie.
Steph.
Afro
Queen, Shawn Robinson. What up, Shawn? Thanks for sending me a story. Sequisa, what up? Good morning.
Yeah, team.
I know, right?
I'm about to tell Jay Black when I ask him what he did the night before, like how was your night? He needs to make shit up. Like just make shit up. Don't tell us the real stuff.
Yo, I had to go fly out.
Yeah, he was cooking crack or something. He was like watching Team Mom.
I got caught up on a lot of shows yesterday because it's like we spring cleaning still the house, so it's like the TV's on while you're cleaning. So it's like
What are y'all cleaning the house by the wing? Like how long does spring cleaning happen in there? Like
so you take breaks a lot of times when you're in control of the time process. You take breaks
and you're purging. You're doing room by room. I get it.
Yeah. Room
by
by
the
room.
wing.
Yeah.
You must have a bigger spot than we thought of. You
Nah,
hiding something.
No. Whatever. Kathy Day One Black. Good morning.
Oh, I gotta write that other
Hey,
thing.
Kathy.
Kathy, what up? Mo, how was your night?
I pretty much haven't been asleep. So I was working most of the night and yeah. Nothing exciting.
That's all you.
Nothing exciting like
Mo, next time make something up, Mo.
Yo, all these squares. Other than Shawnee, because Shawnee got a lot on her plate right now. The 2 squares, start making shit up, dog. Like really,
I'm sorry. I
he put it in the butt last night. Crazy. Come on, just let's go. Come on, Mo.
Everybody knows I roll over to the left and I roll over to the right, and there's dead air, dead space. It's only me and myself and I in the bed. So
gracious. I got a new vibrator, and it comes with Disney Plus. Come on, let's make shit up. Let's make stuff up. Damn it.
Not Disney Plus.
This is WWE. We just make it up. Shawnee, how was your night, sweetie?
Well, it was a regular night. I had people came over to tape, and
who came over to tape? Tell me, was it a porn? What was it? What was being taped?
Nah, this dude, you might know him. You know Wild Hair?
Nah.
Okay, well, Wild Hair came and taped and mixed. He was funny, and then some drama broke off in here with some people. It was drama.
Yeah, now we're
you
talking.
Have to pull your gun out?
Wait a second.
No, I didn't have to pull my gun.
No,
one of the cast members had pissed his girlfriend off, and so she came over here with attitude.
Oh,
she ain't come knocking on the studio door, did?
Oh,
not at a place of business where you work at.
Oh, now we're talking.
That's what females do.
Hey, everybody, get on my IG live. Get on the IG live. Come on, I need you on the IG live.
Good morning, TP.
Go ahead, Shawnee.
Jack.
I guess we can't talk about it.
I mean, I was just. I was over it, so I ain't really say much. But it got under control.
Oh, it's 420.
Oh, today is 420.
Today's weed day.
You know what?
I turned the IG on to pop right up with Snoop Dogg.
Today's weed day.
Yes, it is.
I think weed should be given out free. And then that came up. Can we smoke in your? No, you cannot smoke in my studio.
Yeah, you can't smoke.
What kind of studio you don't smoke in though? That's how you get the
in mine.
In hers.
In mine. You don't.
You can't just be
pumping up. Wear it out for the next guest.
No, I can't. We're not gonna have that. No.
Do what everybody else does. Smoke in a car like back in the day before you get in the studio.
Yes.
I've been waiting on drama, Shawn Robinson. Yes, I have. I was like, wow, what happened? What's going on? It's weed day. I don't know why I'm excited. I wish I was in the weed like that.
You don't even know the origin behind it. Well, first, what did you do, Mike? What was so excited in your Tuesday?
I gamble.
Hey,
I gamble, put my bets down. Put all the bets down.
I did watch.
I won big on the Pelicans beating the Phoenix Suns because I've been warning people about the Pelicans for about 3-4 weeks. Don't nobody want to listen to Michael Shawn. I've been warning y'all, been saying why Zion Williams don't get his fat ass off that bench and play with this team because this team is dope. Kathy Black, she started with messages all early in the game. Mo needs to get some sleep. Don't tell Mo what to do. She's grown, Kathy. You don't tell her what to do. Up here telling people what to do. She needs to be cloned.
Louis Vuitton luggage up under my eyes.
Dude, how you know she's not cloned, Kathy? Stay out of our business. So she can rest and clone and can do all the stuff. Don't be bringing that clone stuff up in here. I don't want nothing to do with clones. Pay attention to your body. You better lay down before your body lay you down.
I know.
That's true. Yeah.
Mo do that to herself. She not sleeping. She ain't got good sleep habits.
Well,
she ain't got good sleep.
She ain't got good sleep habits. I used to be like that too. You ain't got good sleep habits. Sleep
That's
is
crazy.
Key. Good morning.
But then everybody wants you to do everything.
Thank you, Shawnee.
Everybody, because I had to say that to somebody yesterday. They were like, "Well, you ain't talk to this person about that." I said, "Listen, it is just me, and I have to prioritize everything."
That's why I stopped bothering you with that.
And
that's
I can't get through everything.
See, I knew I was right. I knew I was right.
That's why I don't bother Shawn.
this person, and I'm like, well, when I'm can get around to it, I will.
This organization, it takes time when you got a lot of stuff. You got kids, you got a business, you pay. It's just look, the key is trying to break down our time and see who gets it and who don't. Some people get it, some people don't.
Bills.
You got to pay bills, motherfucker. You gotta pay bills up in here. So I bet Pelicans won big on the Pelicans. Been warning y'all. What else? What else happened last night?
Did you bet on them?
Yes, I did. Oh, yes, I did. Shout out to the Timberwolves, even though they got blown out.
All right, so I need a tip for the night then, because it's a game tonight. I'm sure of it. It's for like NBA playoff basketball right now. I need a tip, so I'm gonna put $50 on somebody. Mike, give me who should I put it on tonight?
I would go to the prop bets, and I would find out what Kevin Durant's over under is on points, and I would go with the over because Kevin Durant had a bad game the first game of the playoff series against Boston, and he's going to be very upset.
Got to make up for that.
And there's going to be a 35, 40-point outburst by Kevin Durant tonight. So I don't know what
he's going to play very aggressive.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we're going to circle back to see.
We're going to circle back.
I don't know, but I would have to look on what his over-under is because I'm pretty sure DraftKings or FanDuel or whatever
like 36 points
is going to make something crazy. It's going to be like 31.5. So he's got to be over
Durant
31.5.
Take the over. I'm going to take the over. All right. I'm going to do it. Let me see.
Take the over, and who else? I still got to look at the numbers in order to do it. Still got to look at the numbers. Oh, I also bet. I don't know what was on. I was bored. Teams that take a timeout and they're going to get the ball out of commercials. I always bet they're going to score first. So yesterday I bet $300 that they're going to score first, and I won. But I wouldn't do those bets, y'all. Those bets,
so if I
dangerous.
Cash App you, Michael Shawn, you could like place my bets for me.
Don't do that because then it gets all confusing. Then I gotta take your money out. I gotta do it in my account. I gotta figure out what I bet because I got like 8 bets going at one time.
Well, what's one more?
That's a lot for me. I'm very basic skills.
Why can't you like all your 8 bets? Put my money on all your 8 bets.
Girl, I gotta write down
bets, and we all winning. And
it gets addictive though. That betting, honestly,
really addictive.
The fact that he said he bet for who scored first, like that's why I stopped with football. Like it gets too addicting when you're making all of those little bets. So you every play you're on, you got money on the line.
But it's such an easy bet because when a team calls timeout, that means when they come out the timeout, they're gonna have the ball first. And when they come out of timeout,
they can miss the shot. I've been there before.
Let me finish. When they come out of a timeout, they normally come out with a set play. 70% of the time out of the set play, they're gonna score. Now you can't lose. They can miss. They can miss an open shot. I'm just saying.
It's a percentage game, right? Though I mean, it's
like 50-50
ratio. All right, okay. So I mean,
all right,
live a little.
All right.
Let me give y'all the grand scheme. We got some
them rich people
things.
Problems.
Yeah, and I ain't rich. I shouldn't be doing this. I ain't even tell Stacy. I only tell Stacy when I win.
She know now.
Does she? Shout out to my tenant who left a little water bill. Okay, we got things to talk about. We got Netflix claiming they losing money. You're liars. You're liars. You're all liars. We got a little stat up here that 40% of people are cheating. I think that's a low number. We'll get to that. Then we got a friend of the show, DJ Envy, who's selling a book. Him and his wife are pushing their book. And he's on everything. He went viral yesterday talking about his wife was faking orgasm for 10 years.
For 10 years. Yeah, I saw that.
I think it takes more work.
Questions. Relationship matters.
I think it takes more energy to fake an orgasm for 10 years than actually just try and get one. God damn.
And as a woman, let me tell you, and it does.
That's so funny to me because chicks be wanting your man. They be thinking they want a man and just don't know how lame the damn man is. You don't know what this woman do to make this look good.
I would like to shout out my woman, Stacy. Me and Stacy keeping 100. Stacy's like, I don't think it's going to happen. I'll be like, well, I got you tomorrow. We can try again tomorrow. I owe you one. She's like, just wake me up before I go to work. I'll be like, yes, ma'am. I got you. My bad on that. Look, I did my best, but I guess my best wasn't good enough because here I am eating coochie again. All right, listen.
What just happened? So you said Netflix said what now?
Every real man knows if you got to spend 35 minutes, you know you did your best, but you had to make up for it. That's what life is, man. It's give and take. It's compromise. We are a goddamn team. Yes,
and Leah Frazier will be here this morning too. Leah, our resident attorney, friend of the room.
And that was a hell of a segue.
I know,
Gucci,
right?
to Leah
Cut
Frazier.
that off.
Oh,
Leah
yeah.
Frazier.
Speaking of eating Gucci, Leah Frazier's in the building.
Speaking of
Hey!
eating Gucci, Leah Frazier.
Hey!
Jay cut that off quick.
Leah's in the
Where are we
building.
going with this? Where are we going with this?
I
I
wanted to
thought
talk
we were
about the
talking about
relationship.
envy. Yeah. I
Oh,
thought we were
yeah,
talking about envy.
envy.
Yeah. But he's gonna sell a lot of books.
No, he's gonna. I mean,
based off of the fact that it's relationship centric, he's gonna sell a lot of books.
I feel bad for women. I feel bad
That's
for.
niche.
I feel bad for women for having a fake orgasm. I feel bad for women who are like in their 40s and still can't have an orgasm. I feel bad. That's got to be frustrating. I mean, God, sorry,
So you get that one that blows your back out, and you're like, "This is what I've been missing."
And it's always the one that you shouldn't be with. You should never be
And
with
then
again.
it's always the toxic one. It's always the toxic one.
It's always the jailhouse penis. It's always the. I've been to prison and I'm damn sure going back. That's the penis that women tell me. Do y'all blacks? What is this? No.
Know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
Keep
he
it
says
Gucci.
arses like asses, so that means that he's abroad.
Oh,
he's not even in the States.
All
Jay
right.
Dillinger.
Yeah, I
Not
guess
in the
He's
so.
not in the States.
He's not in the States, but he know keep it Gucci.
Keep it
He
Gucci.
not?
You got that part correct.
That,
Young black answers.
that name seems familiar.
Arses.
I have no idea what you're talking about. And then we got we can talk about the faking the orgasm, but then we also got this thing where I know Jay's gonna love it, and we're not gonna pile on Jay because Jay's just Jay.
I'm not today. I told myself I'm not today. I'm going with the flow. I'm not going to speak my true thoughts because
Your
I
true
noticed
thoughts
yesterday.
are
Speaking my
very,
true
very-
thoughts, y'all can pick people
They're
apart,
needed.
but it's clearly a population that may have this view and opinion, and because it disagrees with you,
No, there are a lot of
you guys
dysfunctional people
don't.
out there.
It's
Jay
not
Black. I am
dysfunction.
not
See,
saying that
that was
they're
low
not.
key shade. That was just shade, and that's why I said I'm not today.
But you gotta fight the fight. I'm
No,
always in this situation
I'm going to
when
think
everybody.
my way. I'm going to believe what I want to believe. No one's altering that.
You gotta
But,
fight the fight.
but sometimes you pick and choose when it's time to have that battle. So I chose not when I woke up this morning, and I'm not battling today.
But then you never know. You might have a revelation and go like,
Yeah.
what I thought the entire time, what I thought was normal.
Yes, Tam, boundaries matter, and today I will be respecting them, and y'all will respect my boundaries today.
Maybe this show is helping people.
It
Maybe
is.
it helps.
No,
It
I saw
does.
people
I
agree
get
with having a
feedback.
text message from a
I
spouse or
get
partner.
feedback. And
What?
yesterday
For
I got
six-
some feedback about Jay Black. I did.
6
Johnny,
hours.
Quickly,
So what
Shawty,
happened? 6 hours away. If your partner is out 6 hours
with their
having-
parents, say,
with
do the
whoever,
whole thing. No, do the whole thing with the
if your
scenario.
partner is
With them.
away for 6 hours, did you expect some type of light check-in, a hey, I'm good, or text message or phone call?
People were
Yeah,
crying over
and
that
I
light
and I
check-in. They
felt
were
like
crying
that,
over that.
and I felt like yes, I would be expecting some type of light check-in.
Your
6 hours
partner
away.
or your
Your
spouse?
partner,
Wife.
it was spouse.
Wow,
Husband,
wife.
wife, your spouse. 6
His
hours
property.
all day.
His property. His
It's
property.
not property.
Shawnee.
And Mo said the
Shawnee.
age range was from 27 years
let
old
him
to
go, let him
45. She's in a group. And a
Yeah.
lot of those men said, yes, you have to consider the man's opinion. You have to, understand that thought process. And then, but I agree with that. And of course, the other squares didn't. Then it seemed like it was piling on Jay. So I said, today, it's not going to be piling on Jay. Nope.
So
And
in
Jay is
6
from New
hours,
Zealand.
I gotta check in.
I didn't say
no.
you got-
A light check-in. That's what everybody was laughing at. He says a light check-in.
That's the
What's
little,
a light check-in?
Hey, baby, all is good. You sure you don't want me to bring you nothing? Or hey, let me just check. Hey, how's everything good
Why
at the
don't
house?
you just call and say, "Hey, you good? I was thinking about you." Why Jay got to
because
call and check in?
because if I call and then I'm potentially bothering you and ruining the zen, the moment, or whatever they say. So it's your responsibility to, if you know your partner or your spouse,
responsibility.
Yes, within a relationship, we all got responsibility. Yes. All right. See, and I said what I'm not going to do today. And y'all,
Hold on, Shawnee. It got better. He said, what if I need something? So you're supposed to read this dude's mind. What if I need something? He said, what if I can't find a remote? I said, well, wouldn't you just text her and say, boo, I can't find a remote. You know where it's at? No, she's supposed to call and check it. Oh, light check-in. You'll do a light check-in. And if you forget, if you're out with your parents and you forget, let's say you're having a great time with your mom and dad and you forget, it's a problem if you don't do a light check-in in 6 hours, because as an adult, 6 hours is too much time to be out without doing a light check-in.
I'm not doing it twisted.
I said everything verbatim of what you said, Jay.
And,
Why
and
don't
the
you
premise
just?
is it disrespectful?
No, it's not disrespectful. How did we come up with 6 hours?
Oh, that was Jay. He's like,
What?
No, Mike had just said you're out for
about
6 hours or whatever, 5, 6 hours,
What
something like
about
that. And I was
3?
like, yeah, I
He
would be
said, well,
expecting.
3, you should still do a light check-in. 3 hours, you still do a light
You
check-in.
should just call. If
Yeah,
you
because
just
I'm
call
not
and say, "Hey,
dysfunctional. I'm
what's
not
up? How y'all
twisted.
doing?"
I have my thought process just like there's other people that believe this.
And then
Even one of the comments was like, yeah, they expect some type of text message. So it wasn't just me.
A great comment was the one from his wife when he said it would be a problem if I didn't check in 6 hours. He would throw a temper tantrum. That was the great one. That was the one.
Boy, you got a good wife. Shit.
I do.
You're gonna be.
Yeah.
I mean, you're.
You got a real good
She
wife.
understands certain aspects,
and that's beautiful.
And I understand. Like we on the same page. And if a little light text message, hey, all is good. You need something. If that keeps the house,
she out.
Happy
She's
husband,
out.
happy
Why
life.
does she
How about
have
that?
to
That goes both ways.
With her parents.
She out. She
done.
is
Went to
out.
lunch
Why
with
she
her
got to check on you like
I'm
you
not.
her kid?
Hi, everybody on
like
IG
you,
Live. Hi,
like
everybody.
you the like you a little
Today,
toddler or something.
I'm rocking boundaries matter on both because that's my
Yes,
my
boundaries matter.
that's
Listen to yourself.
Yeah, that's
boundaries
the unfortunate
matter.
part. You're the one who's crossing boundaries. We're not on the same page.
Yeah, boundaries matter.
He's the one crossing the boundaries.
She out. She out. She's out. Why does
With
she
her
have to check
parents.
on you?
All right, where you going,
Like
Mike?
you
said
a little
Netflix?
dog
You
or
said
something.
MV?
You the
Where
pet.
Shawty, I wish you were here yesterday.
Dang, she got to check on you. That's crazy. Boy, please. I wish I would.
If we were in a relationship, or we wouldn't be in a relationship. If I needed you
we
to check
wouldn't
in,
be.
or if I
We
needed,
would
if I
not
needed
be
to
in a
reach out to you.
relationship. We would not be in a
So now the
relationship.
marriage
If I
is on
couldn't
the
call
line?
you or text you,
I didn't say you couldn't call, but to put on me that in
I didn't
6
put it on
hours
you.
I got to check in. I got to do a
I
light
didn't say
check
you what you
in.
got to do.
No, you just if
If
you
it's
concerned,
preferred,
then just send a text. Hey, baby, y'all, how you doing? Just checking on you.
there's a ton of relationships out here that if their spouse is gone for 6 hours, they're looking for some type of contact. So please stop it.
No, you want to make it normal. It's not. It's not normal to have an attitude about it if the person comes home. It's not normal to have an attitude. It's normal. It's definitely normal to want to have contact with your significant other. It's not normal to have an attitude with the person because they didn't do it.
You have to consider somebody else's feelings.
No, so do you.
Yeah,
and if
it
my
works
feelings
both ways.
if it's known that this is what it is, and you being outright disrespectful and ignoring
Here
it,
we go.
Disrespectful.
There's the word. There's the word.
I said I'm not. That was yesterday's topic. So that was yesterday, Shawnee. And because of that, today I said I'm not. That's what I said.
I got a pet peeve today. I'm going to do my pet peeve. Stop saying disrespectful. Stop saying I'm being disrespectful just because somebody does something you don't like. This has nothing to do with Jay Black. That doesn't mean it's disrespectful. Yeah. Everybody's like, you disrespect. Why? Because I did something you didn't like? That doesn't mean it's disrespectful.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is the most overused word. That's top 5 overused words that we use in our culture. Oh, that's disrespectful. People get killed over that's disrespectful.
Well, what's disrespectful and what's not disrespectful?
Real quick, Shawn Robinson said him and his wife, they do light check-ins. Bam. So
but
it's
he also
good.
Wait,
that's good. But that doesn't mean you have an attitude if somebody forgets.
Yes. Yes.
It doesn't mean you have an attitude because somebody forgets.
Or
like
if your wife puts her phone in her bag, her purse, which a lot of women do, and they're kikiing with their parents at the table.
It's not responsible.
Or they decide, hey, let's go get dessert at this great place around the corner. Or hey, let's hit Target and get your dad some clothes. Hey, she's with her parents.
That's not what I said, Tam. I'm not even going to read
Jay
that.
Black wanted to know what was going on if his spouse was out with their parents play by play.
Yes, he did identify that they're
Lady Q, you don't want to check in out of concern, though. So stop it. It's not out of concern. It's just
Yeah.
a check.
Yeah,
That's
it's
different.
just control.
It's just a
Just
check.
say that.
That's different.
It's
And so
not,
that was
Shawnee. It's not.
that's
It's really
the
not.
premise
It's
of
just
our
control.
round
I'm gonna
table.
make sure
And when we
everybody
talk
all
about
right.
these things,
You don't want to
there's
make
a
sure.
difference.
You don't
Well,
want to
then
make
you
sure
just check
everybody's all
in.
right. No, you
Then
don't.
you just
No, you
text
don't.
and say, "Hey,
Yeah,
I
you
do.
good?"
Hey, I need to know. You seen? I was trying to find the jelly. Like I couldn't find the jelly. I need.
That's not checking to see
I'll
if she
find a
good.
reason. I'll
That's
find a
because you
reason.
can't eat.
Look
can't
at you.
But do you
I'll find
see?
a reason.
I'll find a reason. It has
I
nothing
will.
to do with her
I
well-being.
will.
Yeah.
I'll find a reason.
It's control.
I thought we had some sliced cheese. We ain't got no sliced cheese in here with these crackers.
Control.
Oh, you ain't responding? Oh, so I need you if you're not there for me? So
Who's Tina Turner's husband? Who's Tina Turner's husband?
Ike.
Dude, it's Ike. Stop lying, cuz it's never are you okay. It's who you with, what you doing.
And what you doing. And those,
no, that's not
those
always
are
the
two
case.
key words of insecurity. Who you with.
All right, that was yesterday's show.
Relationship Wednesdays. That's what it is. Relationship Wednesdays. I just want to know, how long is it? How long do you have to be with somebody where when they leave the house, you perfectly secure on what's going on?
It's a safe. This world is crazy though, Mike.
But we just have evidence that that's not why you call.
No,
That's
I
not
was
what you
playing.
do.
Some of that I was playing with. Some of that I was playing with. Like some of that.
When it's
I don't have
okay
to worry about
for
that
them,
because
what's the question?
she would reach out to me. She would just pop
She
in.
has
and
no
make sure I'm-
choice. She has no
she
choice.
does. She does. She's
She
an
doesn't
adult.
do it voluntarily.
She's an
She don't.
adult.
She doesn't
She
do it
don't want to hear
voluntarily.
your mouth.
She don't
She
do it
don't wanna hear your damn
voluntarily.
mouth.
She don't do
Yeah,
that
she
shit
Don't wanna hear your
voluntarily.
mouth.
She got to do
He
it.
said,
She
hold
doesn't
on,
have to.
y'all. Let me
Yes, she
check out
does.
this
All
nigga
she has
before
to
he
suffer
get
the
crazy.
consequences.
There's no when you're adults.
I made it and I'm fine.
And okay, I'm good now for a little bit.
Well, we do that.
Did you say a little bit?
I
You
am no
good now
meaning
for a
I know
little
you're
bit?
safe and sound. Everything's good.
But once again, stop reiterating that lie. We already have proof that's not why you call. That's not why you want the phone call.
Lady Q said that's cap.
City cap, loose
All
cap,
day
it's all
cap.
cap.
All right, that was just
All day cap.
So what do we talk about today?
There was another thing. We're gonna do all relationship things. We're gonna just
You
piss
had a
each other
question
off.
about a relationship though. You
I'm
said
gonna
how
start
long
bringing my
is it
round
in the
table topics to
relationship?
y'all.
Oh well, that was
What?
just. I know my whole thing was how long do you have to be married or in a relationship before when your significant other leaves the house you ain't worried about nothing except her well-being.
Well,
Like I know
mean,
it is
I would
crazy
think
out there.
That would be the thing anyway, just to be concerned about their well-being.
I made it. I'm
Yeah, I
on my way
made
home.
it. Dude, you know, yeah, I'm on my way home or I'm home. I'm in the house.
I'm in the
That's why
house.
my text. I'm in the house because made at home mean that I'm sitting in the garage.
Yeah, I'm in the house. I'm in the house.
All right, in the house is.
So we'll save the sex one for a little bit later, and then we'll get into Netflix. But we'll do this one. This is a light one. This is light. This is a light relationship topic. Everybody in IG Live, feel free to get down. Mo, if you can, get on IG Live if you can. I saw a post that said no child should receive a plate before the man of the house. And I realized that in Black and Hispanic culture, this is really a big deal. Like people really take this shit personal, like in real life. Now, I'm just going to say, when it comes to a child, no child to receive a plate before the man in the house. I'll just let the squares. Mo, your man, does any plate get served before your man's plate? I know there's a big deal, so I'm not mocking it. I know some of y'all will be, y'all gonna get tense, but go ahead, Mo.
And so there's no confusion. We feed the babies first. The baby's hungry, they itching in their seats, and then as adults, we sit down and eat.
Shawnee Scott, it would be your turn, Shawnee. Mountain bike, you know what I'm saying?
Mountain bike man. That wig man.
With so if I'm married, yes, the man eats first.
Thank you. Wow, I
If
didn't
I'm
expect
married, yeah,
that.
that's the way it is. Now with mountain bike man, if I cook and then and he comes over for dinner, usually the girls and already ate. They eat when they walk in the door. Unless we plan something and say, hey, we're gonna all have dinner together, then we all have dinner together. But even when he here, he had him make their plates first. Yeah.
My husband gets to play first. Queesa said, Jay Black.
I'm applauding Shawnee. To be honest, I would have never thought that would be her position. And yeah, I agree. I think the man of the house should eat. Unless there's a medical reason. But yeah, the man of the house should have their food and before pets and the other kids and anything else. Yeah, I get offended if a pet eat before me. Yes. But
no, we're talking about the kids, not a pet. We're talking about
the kids. We're talking about the kids.
We're talking about the kids.
Yeah.
Not the dog.
Yeah, we're not talking about the kitten.
Yeah. I think that could be a problem, to be honest. I do. I think the man should, but in there's certain circumstances that you just know if there's some special needs there, if there's something going on, medical, whatever, and there could be concerns. Yeah, no, you're all right in that case.
Gotcha.
And
I'm gonna say this over and over again. I'm so glad I'm not a woman.
Shut up, Tam.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad I don't have a vagina. I'm so glad. Honestly, y'all, I do not care who eats first. I could care less. Now, I don't want you making a plate for another dude.
That's disrespectful.
Yeah, because I don't know. Why would you even make a plate for another dude?
I thought you said don't use the word disrespectful.
Well, I didn't use it. You used it.
I know, but you agreed.
No, I just said, why would you make a plate for a stranger? But
if they at the house, because like sometimes we have stuff here and his friends are over, I don't let them come get in my kitchen. So they can't come reach over my stove.
I don't know what the symbolism is, but hey, I'm just glad I'm not a woman.
I don't like people on my stove. I don't like people. My kids will tell you, don't touch my mama's stove.
But that whole symbolism of a man eating first and the husband get the big chicken is kind of like a generational thing that's passed down, especially if you're Southern, because the dad has worked all day and you got to make sure your daddy is fed. That type of thing is normally ingrained in women. Make sure you take care of your husband when he come home from work. His plate should be hot, piping hot.
Yeah.
I can remember my mom telling me that before microwaves, my grandmother or her mother-in-law told her, you boil a pot of water and then you put the ceramic plate on top of the boiling water, and that steam helps to keep his food warm. So by the time he gets home, he got a piping hot plate of food to eat. So I think it just comes from the old.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
Yeah, of what you see. Yeah.
So
mountain bike man don't care. He don't care who you first.
But you still make sure he's a man and you treat him as such. So good job.
And I didn't say I didn't care. What I said was normally we feed, as in he and I, we don't serve ourselves first. We make sure that he eats first. And then we'll sit down together and eat. But normally it's him fixing our plates. It's not me. He'll be like, sit down. I got it. Sit down. Like, so there's no, gender role or gender majority role when it comes to who is supposed to fix the plate.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm less of a man. It don't bother me. Why
I don't honestly less of a man?
I just think it's like ridiculous when I still get irritated to this day when my dad's like, "Where's my plate?" Like, make your fucking plate.
But I don't think it's I don't know a man other than Jay Black. I've never come across a man that's like, yeah, you got to give me my plate first.
Yeah.
I've never come across anybody like that. Yeah. They appreciate it. So it's just something that.
Yeah, I appreciate it when Stacey gives me a plate when we're someplace and like, yeah, oh, good looking, appreciate you. Or she'll be like, what you want? It's this whole thing like, if you don't, it really causes a stir. Like, how you not gonna make my plate for bitch? Because you got arms. It's annoying as shit that women have all these rules as if we were as we birthed these grown. I'm telling you, I'm glad I'm not a woman. I couldn't do this.
Yeah, the gender roles. You ate before me. You gave him or she a bigger piece of chicken than me. I'm the man of the house. But when we talking about providers, a lot of times men do want to make sure that their family eats, and there's enough to go around before they hit the pot. So it just depends on your mindset, I think. And again, going back to generational things, but today in 2022, you rarely see that mindset that you better make sure I eat, better not feed the kids before you feed me.
Right.
You don't really see that because it's more of a double nurturing when it comes to looking at the kids. You want to make sure that your kids are good.
I appreciate the gesture. I think it's nice.
Yeah.
You muted yourself, Mo. I really do appreciate the gesture. I think it's a nice gesture that you got me my plate. Oh, thank you. Good looking on there. But this thing is weird. It's just weird, you know. I mean, especially if y'all both work. Like if y'all both working and she got to make sure she scurry home and get that dinner and get that plate for you first. That's a lot, Shaquisa. My husband doesn't care. I just do it because I used to watch my grandmother do it. Yeah, but back then, men didn't fix their own plate. My uncle didn't eat one Thanksgiving because my uncle's wife wasn't there, and all his sisters threatened us kids if we fixed it. He waited for 2 hours for his wife to come and fix his plate.
I see it happen all the time with older men, especially at Thanksgiving. It's like y'all ain't fixed John plate.
Or don't take somebody with you to Thanksgiving dinner. I'll never forget. I took a guy to let him come with me to Thanksgiving dinner, and my aunt was like, "You ain't gonna fix the man plate."
Yes.
The next woman will.
And I guess she is.
And the next woman can have him because if it boils down to who fixing your damn plate.
The only reason I'd want you to fix my plate if you invited me to Thanksgiving is because I'm uncomfortable like digging in people's food. Like I don't know these people. And
I get that.
Like I would like it's not because I'm like, yo, I'm like, I don't know these people. Is it cool? Like even when I went over Big's house, Big was like, go get the food. I was like,
yeah, go eat.
I said, all right, well, since we gonna go get the food. If it's like that, then we good. Shawnee, that's why I stopped
bringing dates. Yep.
I'll stop bringing dates.
Yes.
Like you gonna fix
the aunties. The aunties
know him
can
like
really
that.
go in on you. Yeah.
That is not a date. Thanksgiving. That is don't invite me to Thanksgiving unless we about to get married. Please.
Well, I was young. I ain't know no better.
No, I know everybody did it.
Everybody
did it. Come over for Thanksgiving. Yeah, that's a whole nother line of pressure and all that other stuff.
But it could be a love language, like how serving people could be your love language. So you could feel like, well, I want to make sure that this person is cool or comfortable, but I don't think that has anything to do with gender roles and who's supposed to fix the plate. I think it's more so you might guess what you want on your plate or whatnot. But I don't think that it has to happen, or if it doesn't happen, then there's something wrong with the woman.
I don't even know. Now I think about it, I did some weirdo stuff. Like when I was boyfriend and girl, I did some weirdo stuff. Like when I was boyfriend and girlfriend, way before when I was like 18, I was going to Maryland celebrating Christmas with my girlfriend's family and staying in her aunt's house in Maryland. Why did I even do that shit? What? I don't even get it. Oh, well, if you don't bring a date, you have to answer the question when you get married. All that Jesus. I'm so glad I don't have a vagina. Oh my God.
When you get married.
You single? You ain't no man courting you. No.
Ain't no man courting you.
No, that's the ultimate goal for females. They got to get them.
That is not the ultimate goal
for majority of females.
That is not the ultimate goal.
And be married, y'all do.
That is not the ultimate goal. Is not to get married. Maybe have a companion, right? But not necessarily get married, because you get married.
The ultimate goal. I don't know what the ultimate goal is. It's weird nowadays. I don't know. I can't speak for a woman. I don't know if that's the ultimate goal to get married. Do y'all still feel pressure to get married? Do y'all still feel like at the end of the day, you gotta get married?
I don't.
Mo, do you feel pressure that you gotta get at the end of the day? You're gonna have to get married at some point.
I have been pressured for the better part of the last 20 years of my life. So when you gonna settle down? When you gonna get married? Like you don't want to get married, and then I'm looking at the person who asking me, do I want to get married, and when I'm gonna get married? They done been married like 3 or 4 times, divorced 3 or 4 times. Yeah, I mean.
Shaquisha said it was the ultimate goal, but not anymore. But Shaquisha, you married.
It was. Maybe that's why, because she got married. Afro Queen, like she ain't trying to hear. Deep down, Afro Queen, you want to be married. Like females
marriage is a lot. Married, a companion. Yeah, that's one thing. But married, that's kind of scary.
deep down. But I wonder if Leah Frazier wanted to get married. I think wasn't Leah engaged before? I think she said she was engaged before.
I don't know.
So
I don't remember.
a friend to the room, resident attorney. Let's bring her in on the dialogue. I know we're going to hit on some topics with her, but good morning, Miss
Mo,
Leah.
are you talking to us? No,
Good morning.
Somebody else.
Good
All right,
morning,
Leah.
Good morning, Leah.
Hey, Leah, I gotta give you some rapid fire shots, and you just keep the question. Then we're gonna get to the question we're talking about right now. Okay. Number one question in a relationship. Okay. You and your man are together. Let's say you live together, right? And you go out with your parents. Do you feel it necessary to check in while you out with your parents with your man?
No.
Okay, rapid fire. Okay. How about if you're out for 6 hours or more?
With my parents?
Yeah.
No.
But what if he can't find the jelly?
Then he needs to go to Walmart and go get some more.
How about the remote if he can't find the remote?
She answered the question, counselor.
No, I just want to make sure I cover everything, Jay. I don't want to be
this.
unfair. I don't want to be unfair. I don't want to be unfair in this.
But Leah, if your spouse felt like they needed some type of light check-in, would you be willing to just text a little check-in if you're going for 6 hours?
Not with my parents, no.
Right. You single, right, Leah?
Yes.
Shut up, Jay. Shut up, Jay.
No, you're on mute. I want to hear what Mo has to say. You're on
No,
mute.
they all agree with you. They all agree with you.
They all I just felt like you gotta respect
you.
You gotta respect the dude. If the dude needs it and you're going for 6 hours, I don't think it's a big deal to do it. That's all. That was my position, Leah. But you said you refuse to do it, even if they want it. You refuse to do it.
Not refuse. I'm with my parents.
But what's wrong with a light check-in?
You can't find the jelly.
But no, but you couldn't just say, "Hey, babe, all is good."
Check in. I'm probably with you every day. I don't need to check in. You've seen my ass from sun up to sun down. There's nothing to check in. I'm with my parents.
Rapid fire. Sometimes you gotta bend in the relationships, though, Leah. That's all I was.
Bend. I'm not saying
Bend is like changing religions. If I'm gone for 6 hours, I'm checking in, but that's just me. But I don't have to. That's what Sequisha said. But I don't have to.
Is Mo talking to us? No.
Mo, you are on mute. We can't hear you.
You going to town?
I'm sorry. Let's bring it down to the 3 hour. We even brought it down to the 3 hour. J Black.
Like
what did J Black say?
No, J Black wants you to check in if you gone for 2 minutes. When you get in the car, he the one that calling. I was in a relationship like that. I leave, get in the car, and the phone ring. I'm like, I'm driving.
No, Lady Q
made it there.
Lady Q's held high. Lady Q said, "Yeah, but you don't bend at all. How do you expect somebody to bend if you don't bend at all?"
I do. I am bendable.
What do you bend?
Why do you know?
What do you bend for? Like, where do you actually go? Like, oh, well, that's because she wants me to do that.
You said it was Leah rapid fire.
Okay, Leah rapid fire. Here's another one, Leah. You have kids. Can the kids eat before the man gets his plate of food?
Yes.
I know.
They're kids. I guess it depends on the age, but they're kids. They're hungry. Sometimes they don't understand. If they're hungry, they're gonna eat.
Lady Q said the lies in my candy
gift
voice.
Card out to eat somewhere. I owe you a gift card.
All right, and then this is the last one.
Old. These are some old.
They're very archaic. They're very archaic. And it's a very one-dimensional way to think. When your expectations are, your expectations are not met by someone or your spouse, that it is deemed to be disrespectful. So it's like basically you're going to always be disrespectful in a person's eyes, in your mate's eyes, if you're not doing exactly what they think you should be doing. That's problematic.
All right, Leah, the last one on the rapid fire relationship talk. How many orgasms do you fake? Like, are you an orgasm faker? Because DJ Envy and his wife Gia, they're releasing a book and they're doing a book tour, and she said she faked orgasms for 10 years, and I feel bad. I feel horrible. But go ahead, Leah. How many? Are you an orgasm faker? Do you let the man know it just didn't happen? Because that's what Stacey does to me. She said it didn't happen.
I do now. I would say in the beginning, when I was younger, I always thought about, the person's feelings, but now I don't. It's a teachable moment. Here's what you do.
Here's what you didn't do.
Here's what you need to do. Here's what needs to
first
happen.
15 minutes was great.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the things that weren't quite so great.
And I think the dialogue, I think sex-wise, sex is supposed to be fun. There's not supposed to be any pressure in sex. It's supposed to be absolutely fun. So I think everybody should be open. I think if you don't fall right asleep, like let's say it's the weekends, and me and Stace don't fall right asleep, and we got some chit-chat after that. During the week, we're going directly to sleep. There's no talk. But let's say it's the weekend, and we have a chit-chat. Like, even though a guy has an orgasm, it doesn't mean it was a good orgasm. There are levels to the orgasm. Might have been a good orgasm. Because an orgasm is going to happen regardless. It's like you chewing food. You got to swallow it. Even if you don't like the food, you got to swallow. I mean, you can't spit it out at the table. You're going to have, so you have a conversation. I think a woman should be like, you know what I really like when you do? You don't even have to say you failed. You don't have to tell the guy you failed. You can also be like, yo, this is what I really like that you do. I wish you would spend more time doing that. And now we got somewhere to go. Now we got a common ground. Okay, cool. And we work it out from there. But I feel bad for your ladies who got a fake orgasm. That's a lot of work. Especially ladies who really don't make a lot of noise when they have an orgasm. Now they got to overdo it. And that's not even how they have. Some women got to concentrate.
It's not natural.
Some of y'all bitches be grunting.
Say what?
No, I was saying, well, Mike, he said he got to fake it. I said, oh, it's not natural. I was saying, why y'all, every time I say something, everybody thinks I'm going
bring it down. Bring it down.
Your body language shifted like about 5 times. I was scared to even go to your square.
Whatever.
We got
our body language shifted.
Can I just say, Jay, that on our prior discussion, if the significant other texts during the 6 hours, I'll text back. But am I gonna move forward and just actively check in when I'm with my parents? No.
Wow, Leah, you really
and be like, oh, it's 5 hours and 59 minutes. Okay, y'all hang on.
I'll text you back. We're having a great time. See you in a little bit.
Well, see that's good.
But the requirement is not there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Not when I'm with my parents and I'm living with a person. You see me every day.
Billy J said Jay Black still
I don't live
feeling the heat for the 6 hours.
Thank you, Shawnee.
We're not doing that. It's
not
a requirement.
We had a stat, Leah, that said 40% of people cheat. Do you think that number is right on point? Do you think it's low or do you think it's high?
That's low. I think it's higher than that.
That's low.
Are those the people who've gotten caught, or are these
right?
I need to know what the sample size look like. What were you comparing it to?
Leah, you on your phone or you on your laptop?
I'm on my laptop.
Can you go on the live on the phone so they can hear you on the live?
Yeah.
Thank you. Kathy Black said, y'all leave Jay Black alone before he put 2 of him in the squares for backup help.
Like you did yesterday.
Yeah, I thought 40% was pretty low, especially like they need to do a breakdown of the age.
I don't know. Out of the people I know, what, Jay?
I thought that was high. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's high out of the people I know.
Now it's high.
And I'm talking about the dudes too.
Like right now, most of the dudes I know ain't cheating. But if you would ask me the same question when I was 33, I'd have been like, everybody cheating except one dude. Shoot, all the females I knew was cheating except one chick.
Yeah, I was gonna say there are men and women out here who you would be like, oh no, they would never cheat on their spouse.
And they're cheating.
And they be the biggest cheaters. And they be the consistent habitual cheaters.
Stay alert.
They be consistent with it. I'd be like, yo, you was just out with a, yeah. Don't say nothing. And I'm like, don't say nothing. But that's like the 3rd different chick I've seen you with, and you're married. And I say men and women.
Trendsetter, our research department. Oh, we got 4 people on the IG live now. For the first time, I don't have enough room. Who cheat most in relationships 2022? I don't understand. How do they get these stats? Like, who are the people who are taking this? As it stands, men tend to cheat more than women. According to information collected by the 2018 General Social Survey, 20% of married men and 30% of married women have slept with someone other than their partner.
13% of women cheated on their husband. Wow.
I
That's
think
all
those
you
numbers are
saw.
skewed. I think
Was
that those right.
13% of women. He didn't see the 20% of
He didn't
men.
see the
Like just the
20%.
thought of a female is cheating. Wow.
But the thought of a
Well,
male
isn't it
cheating
wrong
is
on both
normal.
ends, though? Isn't it wrong on both ends? Why is it so more detrimental because a woman did it?
Because it hurts more.
How?
Well.
How, Sway?
Good morning, Mustafa.
Well, you know what? I will say this: women play on the stereotype that women don't cheat, like they're good girls, and the women who do cheat play on that. That's why they get away with cheating so easily, because they play on that innocent. I would never cheat on it. Come on, stop. And I'm not even that type of person.
There are women out there, and I realize that there are like 50 million one reasons why everybody cheats, or excuses. Is there a difference between a side relationship and a jump off when it comes to cheating? I think to
cheating,
me,
Billy.
Cheating is cheating, but I think a side relationship is like a bigger dig, because now you're saying that there's an emotional connection and a physical connection that you have, which means that it's very intentional what you're doing. It's not something where you could say I was drunk, or hey, things wasn't going on right at home, so it was a moment and I had a moment. You're talking about a side relationship that you're intentionally investing in.
There's one thing.
To invest in one person, let alone two.
It's one thing to have sex with somebody in a car at 3:00 in the morning. It's a jump off. It's another thing to own a timeshare with a bitch. Like that's a whole. That is where, like, that's I understand that could be a whole hurtful thing. Now they both wrong, but they levels to wrongness. Like that's a lot. I know a married man, and all he do is rotate side chicks. Okay, Tam. All right, you snitch.
The research department said once you cheat, there's a 350% chance that they will cheat again.
Yeah, that's true. And especially I think if you've taken them back, because like little kids, when people cheat and you take them back, like readily and willing, I think that they're more apt to do it again, because it's like, oh, I got caught, but I didn't suffer any consequences.
I think things would be a lot easier if we just said nobody has to be exclusive till you get married. Like until you get married.
Yeah.
Until you be forcing marriages. People are gonna get married just so people can get locked down.
I'm not saying you can be loyal if you want to be loyal. I'm not saying that means if you want to be, but I don't think it should be a requirement to be in a relationship until you get married. Until the papers pop.
I think you should be honest with whoever your mate is on the structure of your relationship, the terms of engagement. Like if you know that you like are in the streets and it's like whoever won it can get it.
Who won it?
You need to be upfront. Yes. Like, and I think that men get it twisted a lot of times and think that she ain't gonna want to mess with me if I tell her like that I'm not ready to settle down yet, and that like I got 3 or 4 other bitches over here. But no, I think if you're honest with her and say, look, I got some things going on. I like you. I would like to get to know you better. But I want to be upfront and honest. Like, we're not exclusive. I promise you, there is somebody out there that's still going to deal with you if you tell them upfront, we're not exclusive, sis.
Yeah, but that.
I'm on Date 'em All, sis. That's cool.
Yeah, because guys don't do it because then your vagina be on the block again. So we want to keep it off the block. That's why people do it. I shouldn't say just guys.
Isn't that so controlling? That's so controlling.
Yeah.
That's why people.
It's territorial.
Big sexy mouth.
I want to put my salami on the table, but I need you to put that food puff on the shelf, girl. Like I need to have it when I need you to shelf it and preserve it so I can reach up there and get it when I want to.
Yeah, like, I don't need branches growing in your vagina. You got to keep that off the block, girl. Trendsetter, which gender falls in love faster? I fall in love. Like I do. I fall in love with the thought of falling in love. Imagine result. Contrary to popular belief, women don't fall in love quickly. Actually, first of all, how do you actually even figure this out? Like, how do you test?
He's the research department.
Where do you get the science said in relationships between what gender?
Psi.
What the? Okay, like men and women. Men are more likely to declare love at first sight. Yeah, that's because we're lustful people like that. A new study found men actually fall in love quicker than women. And the reason could be biological. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know how you actually find that out. I hate a dude to tell me that.
There are, when I think he's talking about hormones, right? So there's a surge of hormones and endorphins that are released in your body. It's like a physiological response to human touch, smell, sight, sound, all of those things. So do women, because they have more estrogen?
What y'all got?
Or is it men who have more testosterone? That's what ask the research department to find out about that.
Oh, please, because can you imagine how long that passage is going to be?
Or dissertation.
That's just going to be from the Book of Long. So I guess we got to do the serious topic. I hate the serious topic. This disturbed me. Do y'all have the video? I'm sure Leah's seen it. Do y'all have the video?
I don't think we can play it. I don't think we could play it though.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, don't get me.
Of Patrick, the police shooting in Grand Rapids.
Oh, we have it. It's kind of graphic.
Yeah, I think that's why they banned. I mean, there's a still shot that ultimately So it was I guess Mike, you can do a play-by-play for Leah.
Well, the cop is on top of him. The guy's face down. The cop keeps yelling, "Get your hand off my taser! Get your hand off my taser! Get your hand off my taser!" And he has him face down, and then he just blasts him and kills him. It is a disturbing video. I don't know what question we got.
That part.
What question do we even have for Leah? Like, I don't know.
I mean, well, clearly you can see that his hand is the man's hand and on the taser because the man's hands are on the ground. He's trying to get up.
It was a point where it was because the cop went to shoot the taser at the young man and he missed. And the guy, he grabbed his hand with the taser on it to hold it down. Like your natural reaction, somebody shooting at you, you holding it down from being able to shoot at you. And he wouldn't let it go at that point because he wanted to preserve from being, stunned. So there was moments that they caught it on video where he was reaching, at the hand that was holding the taser down.
So Leah, when was the last orgasm you faced?
Oh wow, we went from this to that. Well, I'll be back.
Yes, we did, Miss Leah, so much.
On this Wellness Wednesday.
All right, Leah, you can get on IG Live. Now you can get on IG Live.
Now I can get on IG Live. Okay.
Because I don't even know, like, this whole thing is beating us down. Like, I think the more interesting one was with the shooting in Puerto Rico when the guy got out of his car and used his gun. You got that video so she can see?
Yeah, let me see.
Good morning, Slow Your Roll.
Yeah, good morning, Slow.
Slow Your Roll. Let me see if I get Leah Frazier on my IG. I ain't had Leah.
Okay, I'm coming.
Are you really?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Now, you
really?
Is it real?
That and you
Is
can't
it
say
real?
like that on this show, Leah. You know that.
Is it real? Don't fake
See how
it.
triggering that was? Those trigger words.
That's probably the top 5. Yeah, top 5 best phrases a man ever wants to hear. I'm coming. Well, that's a beautiful phrase.
Mike. Okay, here it is.
All right, Leah Frazier, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome Leah Frazier to my IG Live. She's coming to my IG Live. She will be present in a matter of minutes on the IG Live. And then don't play it yet. Let Leah get on IG, and then you can tell me. All right, Leah, are you paying? Hey, Leah, how are you? Hey, how you doing?
Good,
All right,
good.
excellent. Our attorney at hand we got her on retainer when it comes to being on the show. So I want you to watch this, a graphic video. The road rage incident happened in Puerto Rico, and it turned into a brutal murder. Tell me, what are your thoughts on this when you see it? And action.
I thought you could do play-by-play.
Parental guidance suggested. All right, Leah. Where do you think this is? How do you feel about this? What are your thoughts? Well, I'll give us your lawyer. Put your lawyer hat on.
I don't even know what to say. I mean, he came with a bat. Yeah, and he swung on him. I think a couple of shots would have been okay, but he went beyond that once he was clearly not able to defend himself like that. Yeah, that was definitely murder. But the guy that was on the left side came out with the bat. So he had to defend himself. But once it got to the point to where it was no longer self-defense, that's the problem. And he just straight up murdered him in the middle of the street.
What is the terminology where you can only use the same force, like the equal force compare? I can't think of it. I've been trying to think of it for 2 days now. Well, a day and a half now. Of you have to retaliate with equal force as you're being attacked. Like you can't, like once he stood over him.
No, I know what you're saying. Yeah, there's different levels of escalation. Yeah, and once he shot a couple times and he backed up, that was it. That should have been it. But he kept going and he literally just murdered him in the middle of the street. You can't argue self-defense. Because what are you defending against? You're not defending against anything.
Too aggressive.
I have no idea. I have no idea. Listen, we just love having. Let me put you back on IG Live because they give me a time limit.
I don't know what happened.
No, they give me a time limit on IG Live. I don't know why I got in trouble.
Is that new?
Yeah, I don't know what they've done to me. I was in jail. I should have called you. Mo probably had to bounce out for a second.
Okay.
If you didn't know, I was in IG jail for like 3 days.
Oh,
they put me in jail.
I was in jail. I'm like,
no. They put me in IG jail for 3 days. So I don't know what's going on with IG Live. They got a time limit on the whole nine and everything like that. So Jay, is there anything else that we have, or can we just have fun with Leah?
We can have fun. I mean, because I was gonna have a cop call up and have a cop come on and Leah and talk about the shooting, but yeah, I mean, we could keep it fun, lighthearted. Because I know you got relationship questions. Yeah, it could be whatever. It could be whatever. I know I had some photos of you can guess who some people are, but I mean, we can have whatever fun you want to have.
Put some photos up. Let's see what we did.
Let's see. I was trying to see if you can guess who these people are because Mike think he know everything, and Leah may know. Let's see. How many of these 9 people can you name?
Oh my God!
Just give me a number. How many can you name, Leah? And
One,
Mike,
two. Oh, you got a third one?
4.
Oh, you got 4?
Maybe 4?
You got 4 that you can name off of that?
Yeah.
I got 2.
5.
Mike, you only got 2?
I got 5.
If these people did a crime, everybody would be innocent with me. I couldn't point out nobody in the lineup.
I got 5.
You only got 2 and Leah got 5.
Well, I got 2. That's all I got.
So
the one in the upper right hand looks familiar, and I can't think of who it is, but I know he looks familiar. The white kid.
That's Eminem.
Damn, Leah, chill.
I wouldn't even know that was Eminem.
See, Mike think he know everything. Wow.
Who said I can identify people?
The one to the left is Snoop. The one above Snoop is Tupac.
Wait, no. Snoop is the bottom middle.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm going across. So like Eminem, the one to the left of Eminem is Snoop. Then you go up, that's Tupac.
Yeah.
To the left of Tupac, that's Biggie Smalls.
That's 4.
And then the one in the top right corner, I don't know. Is that
so familiar?
Is that Diddy?
No.
Oh,
that's not Diddy.
No. So you only got 4, and Mike got 2. So Mike, who was your 2?
Just Tupac and Snoop. I don't know these people. I don't know none of these people. Who's that? 50 right there? I don't even know.
Jeanette got 3. Wow. Well, I guess I can give you the answers. The crease is the top middle Jay-Z. No, not Hov.
Oh my God.
I have no idea.
Wait.
I ain't got a clue who these people are.
The fact that Mike didn't know who this person is bugging me out.
Anytime you show me a picture of Biggie and he's not fat, I'm not gonna recognize him.
Mustafa said DMX is in there somewhere. This is true. DMX is one of those pictures.
Oh, is DMX the let me see. Since you should have said
it's the top middle. That's
the
DMX.
Top middle is DMX.
Yeah.
Top middle is DMX. If you would have gave me the name, I'd have had a better shot. I still would have sucked at it.
I guess if I'd have said Eminem, it would have been easy, right?
Yeah, Eminem would have been. But the top left, who is the top left? The corner. Who is that?
Who is the bottom corner next to Snoop on the other side where Eminem is at? Who's on that bottom?
I feel like I know this one, and it's gonna make me mad when you tell me who it is.
West Coast. A West Coast rapper.
Warren G. No.
Nope. Next to Snoop. West Coast rapper next to Snoop. Mustafa
Dr. Dre.
Mustafa got it.
Who is it? Oh yeah.
Oh, I can see it now. Yeah.
We got Easy.
Let me just put the answers up.
Put the answers up. Who are these people?
Share the answers. Because Mike don't know but two people. Mr. Hip Hop Head.
People. I don't know when they kids. Why would I know them when their kid picture? Biggie, 50.
Look at 50.
Nate, Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre was so cute.
Wow. That is hilarious.
Yeah, I saw that and I thought it was fun. I said, Mike think he know hip hop. Let me see how many he's gonna get.
I'm not gonna know them when they kids. Why would I know them when they kids? DMX. Wow, that is crazy. Everybody's so innocent and young. Damn. Wow.
Yeah, I would have never got Nate Dogg though.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
I would have never, ever Nate or Dr. Dre, to be honest.
I should have got Nate Dogg could have been Diddy or Kanye. Either or.
Nate Dogg really could have been Diddy.
Yeah.
Nate Dogg had a little Diddiness about him right there.
Diddy.
He had them because he had that Bugs Bunny mouth.
Dr. Dre looked like little Arnold. Yeah, it looked like Arnold.
That's what I was thinking too. I was like,
talking about,
man, different strokes.
Dr.
Dre. Different strokes for different folks. I think I had another little kid picture. Let me see. It's one more. See if you know who this person is.
And then we can
All right, who is this person?
Hold on.
What you talking about, Willis?
I
Come
have
on,
no
Mike.
idea.
Come on, Leah.
I have no idea.
Eddie Murphy? No.
Wow. Yes, Leah. And Mike's the
that is
comedian.
Eddie Murphy.
Wow. And
I don't know why. Why would you think? Because I was a comedian, I know what these people look like when they were kids.
People you idolize these people. You got styles from them. You watch them over the years. So I feel as a comedian,
he's like 7 years old. Like, how am I supposed to?
All right, so J Black trivia. Who is this? Is done. That was my trivia. Mo came back. That was my who is this?
Mo been back. You just had me outside of the damn
club.
Controlling. You're just so controlling.
Whatever. All right, we can split into my other topic because there was another topic I had. Because Leah, they clown me because I be watching Teen Mom with my wife, and it was a topic that came from it that I was like,
I don't get why you watch Teen Mom. It's so out your demo.
You did. No, you did.
No, I'm saying you're so out the Teen Mom demo. Like when they put that TV show together, like your age never comes in.
No.
You
were too old to watch it when you first started watching it.
You're not even in the age demo to watch that.
Teen Mom started in the 20 plus years ago.
Yeah, but you're out the age range.
20 plus years ago.
Here, fun fact. There's a lady who does how racist MTV was, right? There's a fun fact how racist MTV is. And, Flavor of Love, I didn't know. She connected that Flavor of Love is the reason why all these reality shows spawned from. And even Love and Hip Hop came from Flavor of Love. So Flavor of Love, CBS wanted to pick it up. And Flavor Flav demanded $2 million. Well, when he hung up, MTV, they spent 3 hours laughing because CBS was willing to give him $20 million. And he thought he was asking for a lot for Flavor of Love. And the Charm School, remember Charm School? That was stolen from somebody who pitched it to MTV. A girl came and pitched it. She got her idea stolen. So that real quick. So that was just a fun fact.
So with Teen Mom, I was watching it, and it's for me, it was one of the moms, their 4-year-old son signed up for football and then no longer wanted to play football. And she said, no, you're going to do it. Like, you shouldn't have started it. And so the internet, I saw, my wife pointed out, and then I looked and I was like, oh, wow, yeah, they really battling over if your kid doesn't want to do sports, should you still force them? But the flip side is, well, as a parent, you want to teach them commitment. And this was the clip from the show that made me want to play it for you.
Lux, this is the thing. You wanted to sign up for football. I did not make you play football. And now that you're committed to the team, you have to be there. So whether you sit on the bench every single week or you play every single week, either way, you need to be there because you committed to it. While the season is still going on, you have committed to football. I don't want to play football.
Yeah, he needs his little ass to play football.
Well,
So
I think
who's
she
right,
could've
the
made-
parent or she's wrong?
Go ahead, Leah.
I'm on her side. I don't think that she did anything wrong. I don't think the lesson she's trying to teach, that is her child. I don't think the lesson she's trying to teach her child is incorrect. Now, the extent of whether the child understands it at that age, that's not happening. But I do think that she's setting a good example by letting the child know, like, I'm not going to spend this type of money and then you get to quit. And then it teaches the child to also work with his teammates or whoever the other little kids are out there. So whether you're on the bench or not, you're going to see it through. And I think that's important because a lot of these kids, this generation, and I teach a lot of them, they're the generation, the iPad kids, they call themselves. I teach them at the collegiate level. They don't have that type of commitment. If they don't want to do it, they don't. The parents gave them the honors trophy when they didn't do anything. You know, they were the ones that had to get a trophy when they didn't earn the trophy. And we see where that's kind of set them on a different path. So I think what she's doing is honorable because it's missing in today's generation with these kids. They have an expectation that just because I don't want to do something, I don't have to do it. Or if I don't like it, instead of being an adult and learning through the situation. So I like it.
All right, Mo, what you think?
And to answer Lala's question, Lala said, does he not want to play because he's on the bench or is because he's or is he getting to play? No, he was getting to play. It was flag football. So they all play.
Kids that age, they all get to play. Yeah,
it's part of the regulations. They actually have to play
Billy
every player on
it ain't about the money though, Billy. Billy said if I paid for it,
you gotta play.
Yeah.
But I definitely agree with that because you are still teaching the age appropriate lesson to the kid, and you're teaching them about commitment. You're teaching them about teamwork, not letting your team down just because you up and decide that you don't want to play. If there's nothing physically wrong with you, we're going to stick to it. And I like the fact that the mom said you're either going to play or you're going to sit on the bench and support your team. But either way, you're still sticking to it. I would have probably added, if you don't want to play next year, then we can talk about that later after the season is over. But I don't see anything wrong with what she did. I thought it was a great lesson.
Nia said, I would have to understand exactly why he wants to quit. I think he's just a brat, and it has to be a good enough reason. He would not be able to quit simply because it's too hard or don't want to train, etc. Teaches them responsibilities and not to waste the money invested. He would have to finish that season at least. Jay Black, it is now your turn.
If my boy does not want to play, he's like, why I gotta play? I don't want to play. You're not forcing my child to do something he don't want to do. That's point blank, period. I don't care how you look at it. It's other ways to teach him responsibility and lessons. But you're not forcing him to play when he don't want to play. He don't want to play. He don't want to play. I get you trying to encourage him, but if you made it very clear he don't want to do it, and then you dragging him out there to play, nah.
He don't want to go to school either.
I'm not forcing it.
Yeah, he don't want to go to school either.
Said, yes, we are. No, we're not.
Wait. When he doesn't want to go to school, you're gonna make him go to school?
Playing sports and going to school are two different lanes.
You said you're not gonna force your kid to do something.
Extra whatever activity. School is a requirement. There's certain aspects. It's not optional when it comes to going to school. Playing sports or something outside that he don't want to do. You're not forcing my child to do something he don't want to do.
So you know that there's social skills that have to be taught. There's also boundary, the boundaries and rules that you like so much. Those are things that we also have to teach children. And I think the fact that she didn't say, no, you're going to get on the field. I think that the lesson that she was trying to teach was perfect because she said, okay, if you don't want to actively play, you're still going to sit on the bench and be a part of the team in some type of way because this is what you committed to. And I think that was a perfect age appropriate lesson for her son to learn.
Once you start quitting,
that we should get.
Lala said it was the way she said he's either you gonna be either on the bench or not.
Yeah,
like
you are.
It was so controlling and demanding
Yes,
and forcing
it's
the
a
kid to
parent.
do something that they don't want to do.
And
what example is that setting?
Once you start raising a quitter, once algebra gets hard, they quit. No. Once you start raising a quitter, once anything gets difficult, you know what? I'm gonna quit. My mom had me in high school. If I took this is why I was very careful what jobs I took. Because I didn't need a job. My mom and dad provided everything. Mm-hmm. If I took a job, I did not quit that job unless I had another job to go to. I had to finish that job. Mm-hmm. And I didn't even need it. I just did it because I wanted extra money. And she was like, you can't quit. I said, Mom, I don't even need this stupid job. I don't want to work the fries. No, you committed.
I don't work the fries.
You're going to go to work. You're going to go to work every day. And the kid was a brat anyway. The kid he was just being bratty in the
Well, he started off by saying, why do I have to play football? Here
because you were asked to play football.
Lux, this is the thing. You wanted to sign up for football. I did not make you play football. And now that you're committed to the team, you have to be there. So whether you sit on the bench every single week or you play every single week, either way, you need to be there because you committed to it. While this season is still going on, you have committed to football.
That ain't right. That's
he might have got choked out. I might have pulled the car over.
And so
what?
Let me tell you something, little motherfucker. What you're not gonna do is raise your voice in my car talking about I don't want to play. I'm pulling over.
Your voice.
Yeah,
she raised her
it's
voice.
my car. It's my car. Everything about this is me.
My son. I'm being honest. Not with my son.
I bet you the next time he'll think about it.
Don't know his dad got his back.
Yeah, you raise it. You got his back because every time he want to quit, you let him quit. You go, oh, you don't want to play. Then you don't have to play.
You're not forcing them. And then in life, you're going to teach
them
you can do things against your will. You don't want to do it, but we're forcing them to do things.
Jay's the type of parent, the kid be like, I want a cheeseburger. And then you bring him the cheeseburger. He says, I don't want it anymore. Jay's like, okay, what else do you want? Yeah. What do you want, a chicken finger?
These are the, yeah.
No, you either going to eat that or you ain't eating nothing.
Exactly. You're either gonna play that or you not gonna. You either gonna play. You gonna play.
That's only for that moment because then, as a parent, you realize they gotta eat. So it's like, all right,
you just contradicted everything. That's what I'm talking about.
No.
I'm gonna get my boy what he wants. That's the bottom line. And I'm not forcing him to do something he don't want to do.
No.
So Jay Black, coming from a parent who had a child sign up for flag football with special needs, I had to get out there on the field with him and run up and down and run plays for him to stay out there on that field. And we stuck it through the season. Now, the next season, we had a little talk. And I said, okay, it's football time again. Is this something that you want to do again? He said no. And we didn't sign up. But he stuck the season out. And I modeled behaviors for him to say, look, we did this. We signed up for this. So we're going to stick this through. We're going to be out here on this field. And if mom got to sit out here on the bench with you, or whether, until it's time for the coach to put you in, then that's what we're going to do. But I wasn't going to let him quit just because he got up and said,
go hug Uncle Tony. Go ahead, go hug him. I don't want to hug him. Go do it against your will.
So I have boundaries. You can't be
forcing kids to do stuff.
No. So that is a different lesson.
Kids to do stuff every day.
Talking about my personal body and my personal space. Like you're talking about personal body and personal space versus commitment versus something that you said that you wanted to do.
What did Iris say, Mo? I didn't see you.
He's four, not even school age yet. We don't know how old the kid is.
He's 4. No, Lux is 4.
He's 4. Yeah. I'm with Jay Black on it. It's things you teach with the home at the age to teach discipline, social and motor skills. Some single moms like being in the mix. Wait. Parents like being in the mix. Let's not start the single mom shit. No. Parents like being in the mix. That little boy said,
child therapist, that is definitely age appropriate the way that she broke it down.
I guess you got an opinion. That's why you walked in here, huh? I ain't put your comment up because I probably ain't see your comment. So you think you could just bust in here?
Jay Black gonna call out a control freak. Hypocrites have bounds.
Yeah, you see. Wait, you wanted to sign up? See, Tam,
you wanted to sign up. You got it. You have to do the follow through. And she is explaining to him why. Great parenting. Yes. She did a great job.
As well as giving him options as a 4-year-old.
We're not raising
I'm not
quitters.
forcing you to.
And when he don't want to go back to a job, you're gonna switch up and be like, you can't quit. Yes, he is. That's exactly what Jay Black's
doing. You don't want to go back to a job where you encourage and you go through the pros and cons, and as a job, you're a lot older. You're not 4 years old forcing a 4-year-old versus someone
But we have to
age
think.
appropriate work.
You have to think about too. And Mo talks a lot about this. Is about the cognitive levels of kids. So we think about and we talk about adults and mindset, how we view money, how we view our social relationships, the trauma, and all that stuff. All of that gets set in our brains by the age of 3 or 4. So if mom doesn't teach this lesson now, this is going to be with the kid in their brain on this is how I handle the things I don't like for the rest of their life. So I applaud her on just knowing how the brain works and on a cognitive level for trying to reshape how this kid thinks about uncomfortable situations and how
she got backlash. She got backlash for forcing a little.
I don't care what kind of backlash she gets.
You get backlash for anything.
I don't care. She's gonna get backlash, but me knowing what I do about psychologically how the brain gets set in its ways is around that age, and she's trying to change that narrative for her child.
Dog, the only reason and this is not this, my mom instilled this in me. This is why I feel obligated to wake up and do this show every morning. Like, I love doing it, but in my mind, that's why I don't agree to a lot of shit. Once I agree to something, I'm like, okay, I'm in. Right. And it started but there was no quitting baseball. Trust me. There was no quitting baseball. How old was I? I was like 6 when I started playing baseball. No, like, to me, I think the lady did a great job.
Yeah, I think she did an amazing
kids
job.
In general, forcing them.
No, I don't
think
forcing
I'm sorry.
them to play a game.
Tan was saying it's different with the other scenario. I'm just saying in general, when you're forcing a 4-year-old to do something against their will, you that could be planting seeds too. Like, they change their mind. You are allowed to change your mind, right?
I think it's the way that you do it, and I think it's the subject matter that's really important.
We have to wear a hat and glasses.
What?
He wants to.
What are you talking about? No, leave me alone.
I'm not gonna leave you alone because you.
No, go ahead, y'all.
I think she did a great job of explaining it. She just didn't tell. Some of the problems that people get upset with on the internet with parenting is when the parent says no, and then the child hears no, but you never tell them why you're telling them no. In this instance, she tried to teach the child here's why I'm telling you no to what you want. I don't know any other way that she could have done it better. It's not like she said no and you're gonna do this because I want you to do it.
Yeah.
Billy Violet. I'm sorry.
Or because I said
I would have pulled the car over and gave his little ass a complete tune-up. No, you're not raising your voice. You're not.
And so we're in a different generation than our parents raised us in. And so I do a lot of talk. I do a lot of talking. I do a lot of explaining. And I do a lot of, especially depending on the age. That age he's 4, that's a whole tantrum. That's a whole, I'm trying to find my way to express myself. I'm trying to figure out how to tell this lady, I don't like this. And so as adults, we know tone, we know, attitude, we know body language, we know all of these things. These children are trying to figure out, why is my body doing this? Why am I feeling like this? And a lot of times we look at them and be like, no, you being disrespectful. But have they been taught to properly, express their emotions? So that's why you see little kids have tantrums like that. And the first thing in your mind is to beat them, but that's not the answer. You give them their little cool down period, and there's different ways that you de-escalate the situation. You don't just reach back in the back like your mom used to do to you, or talk through your teeth and say, you got one more little time.
One more time. Lala said
you can't do that.
Hey, Sequisa.
Good morning, Sequisa, everybody.
Sequisa's in the building. Lala said, hey, May just need more interaction with his teammates and outside. The funny thing is he's going to wind up having fun. At 8, my son was standoffish and not wanting to play and said he just didn't know the boys at first. It winds up being fun. Then he wound up getting pizza afterwards. Go ahead, Sequisa. What'd you say?
I let my daughter quit. She wanted to sign up for track, but it wasn't a team. It was like a practice to coach. The very first rehearsals, like, she was walking, she wasn't running. And then when it was over, all the parents were talking and she was dragging me to the car. And I was just like, what's wrong with you? And so the next day, we only practiced like 3 days a week. And the next day I said, we have practice today. And she almost started crying. So I was just like, okay. No, we're not gonna
Good
do
job, Sequisa.
I
Wait,
was
she
Good
cried
job.
because they didn't have practice?
Maybe my money back. I paid $75 for that. She had to work.
Another teachable moment.
Yeah, you'd have been jogging. You'd at least been jogging. You would at least been power walking. I'm like, you want to power walk, little girl. I'm sorry.
Power walk your $75 off.
I got my $75 back.
But they're still all teachable moments, and I, parenting doesn't come with a manual. We don't get this super big fat book to tell us whether, our way is right or wrong. I think that we do our best as parents. But I just think that we need to be mindful that everything is not child abuse. Just because you make your child stand in it, it does not make you a bad parent. The way that they were dragging the girl on Teen Mom.
And I don't understand how you drag somebody for how they raise their kids. If they're not being abusive, how they fit to raise their kid is their kid. It's the lesson she wants her son to have, because at the end of the day, if he gets out and shoots somebody, that's going to be her son, not yours.
They're going to say, who raised you?
Who raised you?
That was the whole thing that we had with Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union having their 14-year-old daughter, who used to be a boy, No, I'm just saying, he used to be a boy. Now he's a girl. I just want to make it clear for those people who don't know. And he was kissing his girlfriend, who used to be a boy.
Who used to be a girl that's now a boy.
That's now a boy, which is still, but it's too much common sense. I don't want to bring up too much common sense to this. But
it's a flip-flop.
It was 14 years old. I didn't have a problem with transgender. I just thought, but at the end of the day, I was like, I don't care what they do with their kid.
My problem was why posting.
My problem is the picture. Why are we posting? These are young children, and then I was told yesterday, I didn't catch it, that the boy was tagged in the picture by Gabrielle Union as well. And these are kids. The term these days is being fluid. And so they may not even be set in they're fluid, they're going with the flow of love. And they may not be set in their ways. And now you tag them, it's circulating on social media.
So all of your millions of followers. Yep.
Yeah. And I don't think that was right at all. Regardless of what it is.
Like that was done for views. It didn't really consider the kids and their feelings and their well-beings. Because like you said, this is a phase. When later in life, if he decides to change back, now he has this.
To change back. Go ahead, Sequisa. How can you change back?
They haven't had a surgery.
I have a lot of friends in college that were gay.
It's a switch now. I'm guilty. When I say anything close to that, I'm the devil. I'm the evilest person in the world. Now you just said change back like it's a switch.
Because every time you say something, no matter what the comment is, you always take it as an attack.
Because if I said something about like not saying it's a choice, but anything along that line of a transgender, whatever the sexuality is, I'm the guilty guy, and you just said switch back, like turn back and get it, y'all. Everybody gets Sequisa.
Sometimes it's not what you say, but who's bringing the message.
Oh, come on.
And sometimes your delivery, J Black, can be very, very often condescending, and I can describe, shoot so many words to describe how you deliver some of these messages. So, but that Sequisa brought up a great point, because what if, and Leah, like you said,
they want to change back.
They decide differently, because at this point, 14, 15, you're still trying to figure out who you are. Take sex off the table. Take, who you like off the table. You're still trying to figure out who.
When somebody buys a badge, real quick, no segue, y'all. When somebody buys a badge on IG Live, how do I thank them? Just shout them out, or do I press something that thanks it?
I would shout them out.
I just don't know. I didn't know if there was a button I pressed that was like
press the heart, Mike. You can heart their thing, but then just go ahead and I'm hearting it right now.
To buy a badge.
Shorty Doo-Wop, thank you for buying it.
Thank you, Shorty Doo-Wop. What was I gonna say? You know what I was wondering, and I'm just assuming, did she get permission to tag that girl?
Thank you.
That's what Leah was saying.
From her parents.
Parents.
Like, did her parents clear that for you to be able to post a picture of my kid over your house kissing? J Black throwing ladies under the bus. He batting 1,000. Oh,
that, and I also have a problem.
I don't even know what that means. What did I do now?
I don't know where he threw somebody under the bus. I didn't see that.
Damn,
But go ahead, Leah. What were you saying?
I know in
Billy
the
beating
beginning
kids, but I'm
that Gabrielle and the child's mother also were at arms because Gabrielle Union was making decisions, not telling her about it, posting it on social media. And I feel like, is this another situation where Gabrielle Union did it again without consulting the child's mother to say, is this okay for me to post this from both child's parents? So I just think it was out of bounds.
Completely.
And to Sequita's point, yes, Jay, because this is a fluid society, the kids may go back and say, this is no longer who I am. And I'm going to go back to, just go back and I'm going to be a boy now and I'm going to be a girl now. That's just how it is.
It's not like they're adults and they have autonomy over what they post. This is somebody else posting for them, tagging, and I think was totally inappropriate. Not let alone,
For those who disagree, let them know how to find you.
There were two other couples there.
It's not whether or not I agree with it. I'm just telling you how it is. And I support the community. I support just people doing what makes them happy and loving who they love. But when it comes to kids, I have an extra layer of protection just because they're not 100% set in their ways. They may go back. Miley Cyrus went back and forth and Miley Cyrus is grown. Now she's like, I'm either he or she, I'm a they. Yeah. And there's some people that's like, I'm not he or she or they, I just am.
Dog, if two adults were kissing in my house, I'm like, can y'all take that outside? What y'all doing? Like,
so that was what my issue was. I feel like whether it was a boy on boy, girl on girl, or boy girl, I have a problem with a 14-year-old kissing in front of their parents like that. Showing that level of intimacy in front of their parents. I for one, don't condone that as a parent. I feel like that's a gateway of, again, you're 14, you're learning your body, you have all of these feelings, you're sensitive to touch. A boy can blow in your ear at this point and your legs will buckle. You know what I mean? So I think at this point, they should have these healthy conversations and maybe open up the table to say, okay, what's going on? How do you feel? And start talking about the body part of it versus saying, oh, that's so cute. They're kissing, they're holding, they're touching. Oh, no.
I want to know something. Dwayne Wade does have
picture, the kisses.
I'm not taking a picture of my son tonguing down a little girl. I'm just not.
But this is what I don't. This is where, and I'm gonna go left with this. This is what I mean by the agenda. You do have a straight son, right? And I ain't never seen you post a picture of him kissing a girl. This is where the agenda comes.
He didn't do it though. Gabrielle did, right?
I'm saying his son plays basketball. I'm sure he's had a girlfriend at the house. Right. So why don't you post that picture?
That's a good point.
There's a lot of emphasis on it.
It was done for views. There was 3 couples there. Why do we see the picture of the kids kissing? Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade are celebrities.
I do get there in their quest to show that they accept his lifestyle and they want to show him a lot of acceptance, but I think that this is the wrong way to do it.
They're exploiting
this is definitely the wrong way to say son or daughter. We support your feelings. We support what you think that you identify with at this time. We're being supportive parents.
How about y'all show us a picture of you and Dwayne Wade kissing? How about you do that?
It's Gabrielle Union's agenda.
So if they had a 13-year-old daughter that decided that she wanted to be a hoeback, would they support that by showing pictures?
Yeah, people brought that up all the time. Would you have shown your 13-year-old daughter kissing a dude?
Yeah.
True. All teammates switched after college. Funny. Laugh out loud. Married with kids now. Meanwhile, I was a teammate that got pregnant. Laugh out loud. I did it wrong. I want to switch now. Laugh out loud backwards. Listen, Lala, leave me alone. Don't get me caught up in that. Don't get me caught up in that because you're going to have me and Jay Black saying the wrong shit because we play too much.
I agree. My teammates switched. My college basketball teammates switched and they went the other direction. I was like, oh, I didn't know. We've seen each other naked, showering in front of each other. They switched. So it can happen.
I'm going to say something wrong right now. I'm gonna say something wrong right now. It seems like women got it easier to switch. Like y'all can switch teams easier.
That's facts.
It seems like when a guy tries to switch teams like that, we kind of get stigmatized. If a guy tries, you kind of stuck.
You can never go back.
I don't know, it's because something got to get placed in you. I don't know. I don't know why.
It depends on if you're top or bottom for some women. Some women want to know, well, was you the top or the bottom? Like.
So on that same side, when y'all was saying this, watching stuff, y'all can watch sex scenes with your kids in the room. Like if sex scene come on, y'all. I'm about to say just making sure it ain't just me.
Even kissing, if somebody's on TV kissing, he'll be like, "Mom, I think you should change that." Or "Mom, that's inappropriate." So even kids feel the level of uncomfortability in certain intimate situations, and I think that was definitely an intimate moment that was captured and put out there. I don't think that was right.
Well, I got played out because I got an 18-year-old and twins that are about to turn 16. So now it gets. They not having. I'm fast forwarding sex scenes. Like once the moaning starts, we gotta go. We're not gonna sit here and watch moaning as a family. We're just not gonna do that. But there was one time, and I've said this story before. I don't know if Sequisa heard me or Leah heard the story, where two guys were kissing. Matter of fact, it was during the movie. What's the name about Queen? The group. They
I know what you're talking about.
Yes.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
But exactly. So the two dudes were kissing, and I started fast forwarding just because I don't like seeing it. And the girls were like, "Why are you fast forwarding?" And I was like, "Oh, damn it!" Because I was gonna look like the caveman. I was like, I really don't feel like watching two dudes kiss, y'all. Like, they're like, "Yeah, but we watched the other people." Oh, God damn it! Here, go ahead, watch the damn. Go ahead. But yeah, it gets real weird now because there's really no.
Part is they can still they want to on their phones and their tablets.
Yeah, absolutely.
Boy,
absolutely. My son asked me, "What's a lesbian?" He said, "Mom, what's a lesbian?" And of course, I'm like, "Where did you hear that word?" And so I tried to give him the most
PG
appropriate explanation as I could to not overcomplicate it.
Did you bring up the kitty cat? Did you bring up the kitty cat at all?
He asked Siri, and I had to stop him. I was like, that nosy bitch doesn't know everything. If you want to know something, ask Mom. Like, don't ask Siri anything. And so when I explained it to him, he says, "Oh, you mean gay?" And so I was like, "Yeah, but," he was like, "So why didn't they just say gay? Like what?" So he was baffled by, I guess, the sub names and the sub cultures. I'm like, I love it all. But to my case in point, this is the reason why we need to watch what our children are exposed to, because it's so multi-layered, so many layers to the community that we don't even know ourselves. Like we're not educated even ourselves, and our children are coming and asking us these questions. And I'm like, I feel like I need to take like a prep course or talk to some of my friends who do live in, in same sex.
Bring that comment back.
Same sex relationships.
Bring that comment back. The euphoria.
Nia.
All right, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
What'd she say?
I'm glad you brought this up. Yeah, I don't like watching sex scenes with my grown kids. My daughter had me watching Euphoria with her, and I feel faint when those scenes come up. Euphoria. Okay, let me explain this show Euphoria on HBO Max.
Yeah.
Monty said, "Have you seen Euphoria?" Said,
shout out the second season of it.
I said, okay. I said, no. I said, Zendaya's supposed to be amazing in it. Zendaya was the name?
Zendaya, the light-skinned, skinny.
All right, so I go watch it. Halfway through this shit, I went to Monty's room. I said, "You been watching this shit?"
Yes,
what episode are you on? And you need to
No, she's seen everything.
We need to talk.
Then she was like, "Dad,
it's graphic like that."
Graphic.
Yes.
My dude.
From the drugs,
forget the drugs. They got the one girl who's literally doing like videos like on YouTube or whatever for old guys who are masturbating in front of her.
Yes. And she's rejected in high school. For those who haven't seen it, she's like a reject. And then she finds her power in this sexual, the sexualized experience that she provides for these older, nasty men on the internet. It's crazy. It's super crazy.
The show, Monty's 18. Like, it's really hard for me to tell her not to, because she was like, Dad, this is graphic. She said, but it's really a good show. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, the twins can't watch it. The twins already know they 15. They can't watch it. But dude, I was like, I had to stop watching it.
Is it
like,
heterosexual sex or is it?
It's everything. There is no. There are no rules.
Yeah,
it's everything's fluid. This shit is a
fluid.
big pot of water.
Everything is fluid.
That's a T-shirt, Lady Q.
Everything's fluid.
Everything is fluid.
Everything's fluid.
Everything's fluid.
It's the ocean, dog. It's like everything. I had to chill. I was like, what? First, I thought it was just going to be about addiction. It's everything. Like, it's everything. And it is detailed and graphic for real.
The sad part is if you pay attention to your teenagers, that's real high school life.
Yes.
Yeah. And
I'm
I know I drive it home all the time and tell y'all all
They
the time,
know
y'all
about
need to talk to y'all kids.
Everybody's
If
saying
y'all
no,
see
it's
what I see
crazy,
in the
but
school
y'all
districts, y'all better
y'all
talk to y'all
watching.
kids.
Tosh said it's crazy. Margie said y'all all saying it's crazy, but all y'all watching. So
No,
what does that say about you? Like what?
No,
what
I
are you
watched
doing?
it because my daughter put me up on it. It's a great show.
It is.
Graphic
and it will
times
help
100.
you. It will help you understand.
I can't.
and see.
Could I take it, Mike, or no?
No, you can take
I
it.
don't.
You can take it, but there will be parts that you're gonna fast forward.
I'm saying, like, I feel like people, they need to really watch it because a lot of parents think that they're sending their kids off to school every day and it's great, they're safe. Your kid might be the kid that's giving head in the back of the stairwell in between classes.
In the parking lot.
Your daughter might be the one that's
Nobody want to think about their daughter doing that in the stairwell.
Back
But
in
if
the
you don't think about it, it's
stairwell
gonna hit you in the face one day.
and being videotaped.
Right.
Being videotaped. Because we know things happen at school. We know things
Is
happen when
that
we see the kids
wild,
out in the
Tam?
world.
No,
See, I'm kind of curious a little bit, but not if it's two dudes. If you got two dudes all
no.
graphic, I couldn't.
I'm gonna finish it. I'm gonna watch it, but I had to pause because it was wild because it was really what's happening in the world. Like I was like, wow, this is, and the fact that they showed it all.
Everything goes, she said. Margie said, I guess there's nothing off limits.
Hey, I have something to tell Lady Q. The next time Jay Black gets on your nerves, ask him to watch that show with you and have it set up at a sex scene between two men.
All right, they're saying there's a hard echo. Pause. There's a hard echo going on in IG Live. I don't hear it, but I'm not listening through IG Live. So, what show? Yes, Black Magic Euphoria. Ashley said, I was about to say it's like a regular white high school out of Mantua somewhere.
Mantua.
Dude, it's wild for real. It is.
Tosh,
and I was
you saw
like,
the clips, Tosh. Okay.
But
yeah,
there's a lot that goes on in that closed door when your teenage kids
She
shut
needed
their
a break.
door and they have a webcam and a goddamn
break you
on
need,
laptop
man?
and Wi-Fi. It's a whole lot of things that go on the dark web that your kids can get into. Please don't be naive.
Nia said
she said she needed a break.
That's what I did. I took a break. I had to go. I said I'm gonna watch the rest of this.
I'm not.
But when and the poor thing is, like, the girl, she don't have the ideal shape. I'm gonna try and be. So you could tell like she's insecure about her shape. So she's trying to get somebody. So she's getting this attraction. Like the dude is like literally masturbating while she's just dancing, right?
In school.
She's at home. No, she's at home.
At home.
She's getting paid through Bitcoin.
Locked door.
She's literally getting paid through Bitcoin. She goes to these other teens that pay her the money. They get the crypto. She gets paid, and the dude is telling her, "Tell me I'm horrible. Tell me my penis is small. Tell me." I'm like, what in the hell am I watching?
All of these degrading.
So she got to degrade them.
Mm-hmm. But then she sees how much money she can make, and then for the flip side of that is that it is it's showing empowerment. Like you see the level of empowerment and how it's a shift from her feeling insecure and ugly to, oh, she has this power. She feels beautiful. She feels, just strong. And I'm like, this is the wrong message. This is the wrong message to send.
Yeah, it's a whole lot. And then,
I just hear feedback now because I unplugged my headphones to see if that was me.
Yeah, I don't have anything plugged in, y'all. So
I
let us
stopped
know
hearing
if
the echo. I
IG.
did hear echo on here that I don't hear now.
Let us know if IG's okay. Nia said, and then my 26-year-old son goes, "Hey, mom, you on that Euphoria yet?" I'm like, "No, not you too. I'm not mad at you. I know it's crazy. Like it's crazy. Like I really felt my age, but then but then I watched it just so I can discuss it.
Yeah.
So I can have these conversations because
But I guess you can't be naive to what's happening. And I guess if this stuff is really happening in schools, like if that's what your like is Monty telling you she sees stuff
It's
like
not
that in her
just
school?
high school. My daughter has a classmate that's been sending nude pictures to other boys, and they're in the 5th grade.
Fifth grade, so at 10 years old, what do they got? Nudes?
Yes. It's actually 2 girls. It's been 2 girls now.
I saw the story they was passing the liquor around, but I didn't hear like nudes.
That liquor kind of looked like lemonade, though. If you look at the bottle, you know.
It was a
Tam said, "Not watching on my screen. It's a pass for me. I ain't mad, Tam. I can understand. I can understand why parents would say if they saw the content. It is still okay for a parent to say you're not watching that and try and block it. Like you can't watch that. It is still okay to say that. Like you don't have to be the cool parent. Like some people do this to be the cool parent. Monty's 18. We're having this.
They need to be, yeah.
But we have the conversation and we talk about it. But man, Lord. But then they tell me about the girls who are getting played out. And this is what I told the girls in the beginning about sending nudes. You got to have the conversation with them.
Mm-hmm.
If I had FaceTime when I was 16, I would be a trifling mess when I was in high school, people. I would be trying to get chicks to be naked on my FaceTime every time. I would have been in so much trouble if I had this technology. Literally, my parents would have taken the laptop and the phone when I came home and just taken it from me, and I wouldn't have been able to been on the laptop or the phone. And so, because I already know my perverted ass, I already know what I would have been doing on them computers.
But to your point, Mike, with that's why I was going to throw it to Leah, and she can back me, I guess, on this. That is now a sex crime. Your 5th grader sending nude
10 years old
back and forth text. Even if you didn't get it. Yeah, even if you didn't take it, even if it's not of you, if it's shared with you and you open it and then you send it to someone else, as a 5th grader, you now can be like if you can be charged with child pornography and listed as sex offenders. So
is that bad parenting? If we're not, are we just ignoring the fact that it may happen, or are we just naive to it, or don't like? Because that's crazy to have a 10-year-old think it's okay to take a selfie of a nude. Like,
I don't think it's bad parenting. I just think that there is a delay. Sometimes we forget that the generations after us have more pressure than we did. We didn't even have cell phones to walk around and call people and text people, things like that. I think we have to consider the fact that these kids are growing up faster than we did. So the talks that we had later, we have to have those earlier.
They got to have blocks.
Music. Cardi B telling them she want her husband to feel that little dangly thing at the back of her throat. Like, you really got to have those conversations because the world is.
Nelly been saying it for years too for us. Like,
but there was a
Kaya said it
limitation
for us.
to access to Akinelli and Kaya. Think about it. They didn't, kids that young, 9 times out of 10, if your parents weren't playing it, you didn't have access to it.
That part.
Now there's more of a highway of access. Even when you put the blockers, the parental controls on your kids' YouTube and stuff, there's still ways for things to get around. They're in these little rooms, Roblox.
Billy said kids need acceptance. They want to be accepted so bad that I guess they want to do.
Kids have always needed acceptance.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's always been.
We've always needed acceptance.
My heart
has always been around.
The part that breaks my heart is this. I think the schools are failing children because they won't allow anyone to come in there and talk about safe sex. Talk about the only thing they'll let you come in and talk about is abstinence, which is so stupid.
Yeah,
you're finding condoms in the parking lots at the schools.
Yeah. My kids' school, they talking about all type. They
not in mine, and now the STD rate in this county and kids is ridiculous. But that's why if you don't talk to them, They go out and get the wrong information. I have tried to go to the school several times.
That's
They
horrible.
don't have any talk about sex. I'm like, you got kids getting pregnant. You got kids catching STDs. You don't think that's a talk that needs to be had?
Yeah, Ty said she found out about sex from her peers. Like, I guess that's how most people, right? From your peers.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I don't
My
even
friend
know.
told me that the first time you have sex, you can't get pregnant if you drink a lot of water.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
the morning
yeah,
after.
Yeah, the myths are real. But I had the conversation. These kids know more than they've ever known in history, but they don't know any of the consequences. They know none of the
In
consequences.
the group chat, read that.
What? My daughter had a friend in the 5th grade send a pic of her private parts in a group chat, I think, for attention, maybe. Probably.
Definitely.
But they saw it somewhere. So let's talk about learned behaviors, because she didn't wake up one morning and just say, hey, I'm going to go send a naked pic. No, she saw that somewhere, or somebody exposed her to that somewhere.
Yeah, or she just knows people sending naked pics and she wanted attention. Sex ed is important. They talk to us in the 2nd grade. Good. Listen, man, I
But
don't.
normally it's taught, don't do it, wait, like Sinquisa was saying about abstinence, instead of talking about the feelings and why your body is changing and why you're feeling that way. And I think before on the show we talked about talking to your kids about age appropriate masturbation, because it's a normal thing for
Age
kids to do.
appropriate masturbation.
We talked about this before. Yes.
Well,
Do you not
kind
think that 3-year-olds and 2-year-olds do not rub their body parts up against you don't think that they have sensations that go through their body? Yes. Talk to any developmental psychologist, any developmental
the hell is a
pediatrician,
blue
and they will
waffle?
tell you it happens. Yes.
What is a blue waffle?
You know what a blue waffle is, Mike?
I think it was that nasty video. I don't know if she's talking about the same video I saw years ago when YouTube first. It was a video. Matter of fact, DJ.
I'm scared to Google. I was about to Google it. And I said,
don't Google. How about you just give us a little description, because I don't want that shit on my history.
Yeah, I don't need that in my Google search. No,
Let's
thank
put
you.
the link out there. Lala, you want to pop on? You want to tell us about
Bad
it?
enough, I've been deleting stuff from like 2015. I don't need no additives on my joint. I don't need nothing else. I don't need nothing else going on. But and listen, man, being a parent right now and being a teenager right now, the more technology comes, the faster people are learning things. And the fact of the matter is, when my girls are in the back seat, I got to get used to when they're having conversations about people and relationships that they're talking about 2 girls, and I got to play it off.
Yep.
I'm like, oh, for real? They was arguing. Yeah, because she assumed that but she don't like her. She just hugs everybody. I said, wow, okay. I grew up in a Haitian and Catholic household. Poor thing. Oh, boy.
Damn, Mike.
Oh, boy.
We appreciate you, Marjorie.
No, Marjorie, I understand the pain.
Oh, okay.
Being Catholic and being Puerto Rican and you're a woman, man, listen. You'll be lucky if you're able to, like, man, listen. We definitely didn't talk about sex at all. Just don't do it or you die in my house. We just going to hell. Yes, we just going to hell.
You go to hell
if
if
we
you
have
have sex. Yeah, I guess that'll scare you.
When you're a Catholic, you masturbate and say 12 Hail Marys right after you're done because you feel so guilt-ridden.
But sex is not just with someone else. I think that they learn what that feeling is by self-exploration. Like, that's little boys that go in their room and say, don't come in, or and lock their door, and they're in the bathroom in the shower for hours. My dad has a slogan when my nephew was going in there. He's like, hurry up in there, you shake it twice, that means you playing with it, get out the bathroom. Say something back to him.
Damon Wayans had to go ahead.
Yeah, no, I just think that we need to have more open dialogue.
Damon Wayans had the funniest joke. He said when he knew his kids was jerking off, he would just bust in the bathroom, like, dinner's ready, and walk right back out.
But they're in there doing it. You know that they're doing something.
Them showers
Why
be
not
getting
have
long.
A conversation. Yeah, no, I have a conversation with them.
No, you got to. Like, orgasms need to be talked about, because orgasm will mess up your head. Like, the first orgasm for a guy, like, it changes you for life. Like, you ain't never the same, especially when you said, I can make this happen on my own. No, you won't have any fingerprints left. Like a blue waffle covering your genitals. created for your skin. I don't. What is that?
I don't know that blue
Oh
waffles though.
wow, I never saw that.
Tosh had an older looking body, so she was young, but had a lot of older men hollering at her. I guess a lot of girls, y'all got that probably growing up.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure of it. Yeah,
I definitely had that issue growing up, and there are sick men who will prey on young girls who are overdeveloped like that.
Yeah, I almost got kicked out of a water park once. These grown ass men was looking at my daughter, and I'm just like, "What the fuck you looking at?"
No, I don't look
she
at.
was young enough we could tell when she was a child, and they were just like talking, and I'm just like, "No, this is not what we're finna do. You got the wrong one today."
the babies.
Trent, what the trend?
The
what
research
is the
department.
summary?
Research department.
Research has a semi-passage. Some children get most of their information about sex from their peers. Yes. The internet. Yes. Or porn, which is the worst. But these children frequently learn or assume misleading interpretations and use vulgar terms. Yeah. I mean, I did too. Right?
My son doesn't even use like nicknames for his podcast.
What Tosh say? My son been in the shower like 2 hours. How the soap be dry. Ain't nobody even touched that soap, huh? But the lotion is used. All right.
Have fun, man. This is a tough generation, man. God bless these kids.
Oh my God.
Man, I wouldn't make it. I was bad enough in high school. I was already bad enough. And the funny thing is, I always say this, when it comes to guys being able to switch teams, it's kind of harder for guys. Like me and Jay said, like guys can't just like, especially with black women. Black women don't want to hear it. I don't care how. Black women over 30. I'm gonna say that.
Let's be honest.
Black and Hispanic women over 30. You ain't just gonna reminisce and say back in college. You know what I'm saying? Well, you did what back in college? Now on the flip side, on the flip side, I'm thinking of all the women I know. There's probably one that hasn't been with another woman before.
Meow.
And I'm just like, all them years we just let that go. Like then we never assume. Well,
it's more accepted. It's more tolerable. It's more common. It's more common.
Because the survey says that two women kissing is more. I guess beautiful. It's considered it's art versus two men, burly men kissing for society. They don't want to think of two ugly, scrotums, boxed up
but
together.
It don't even make no sense. Like two women would literally have had a sexual encounter multiple times and still be friends afterwards, and the dude would be cool. Like y'all wouldn't be cool if you knew your man was still cool with a dude that he had sex with like 7 times.
Be honest, Mo, Leah, Sequisa.
I already know Squeeze's like, no, we're done.
Yeah.
There's an influencer. He's straight. And I found out he was straight by him saying it. But he has like red hair, red eyebrows, and he wears like tank tops, and he's always like he's painting his nails and his eyebrow. And he said he's straight. And I'm like, okay. Like he did one where he said he was coming out of his girlfriend's house and he goes to sleepovers because the mom assumed he's gay and he's not. And he was coming down, sneaking down the street with his girlfriend, and her siblings stopped him and said, "Are you a boy or a girl?" Is that like it is so crazy.
What was that's a fact. People are more comfortable.
They're just more comfortable with two women. Yeah, it's more,
because men romanticize that. They romanticize it. They never romanticize their fellow brethren. Smashing one another. It just does not happen. There's nowhere where a heterosexual male feels like that's a scene that he wants to put in his head. That's just facts.
Well, my point was, if women do it and are with each other, why do we think men don't do it? It's just not publicized.
Because they look at women as it may be an experimental phase or just something to do.
So
they look at men, it's like there is a hard line. For men, they look at them like you either are or you aren't, homie. And if you ever were, then you better stay over there. That's just how they box men in.
So you think there's a lot of heterosexual guys that truly fantasize about it, just hasn't said anything?
Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
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 There are a lot of guys who've been with other guys that have never said anything.
I don't want to think about that.
And there are men who
What's the
feel like if they're
statistics for
not the
that?
bottom,
That seems
they're
I
not
don't know
getting it.
about that one.
La la la. I don't want to hear
You
that.
know that if there are men who feel like if they are
Heterosexual. That means you're not
receiving
heterosexual if you're thinking about being with another man, right? There's something there, right?
Women are with other women, and we don't consider them lesbians. The women I know, I don't consider them lesbians. And I don't know. I'm telling you, I know like one or two.
I'm scratching my head on
most
this
of those
one.
made by
I
men.
don't know about that one.
You know, guys like to change the rules.
Action could be thinking about another man right now. That's what you're saying. Like action, Paul,
Action,
right now.
Paul.
He could be thinking about another man. Wow.
Get him action.
No, I'm just saying. Mike said that. That's what I was wondering.
Yeah, I said it. I'm gonna say it again. If you're married to a woman that's been with women in college, does that make her a lesbian? I'm asking you, Jay.
Oh, if they've ever been with the opposite sex, does that make them bisexual?
They've got it popping with another woman.
It's so cloudy.
No, because you are
like that's it's just a cloudy department.
Romanticize it. You are part of the people who romanticize it. You look at men like, hell no, homie, you either on this side or you on
guys,
that side.
Yeah,
but for women,
there's no flip-flopping for guys. Yeah.
I remember those rumors from high school. Oh, I don't know what rumors they were, but okay.
Don't do it, Jay.
Don't do it, Jay. Pause.
And there are men, and some men define their sexuality by saying, I am not gay because I don't receive. I'll give, but I don't receive. So that makes me not.
Makes them different.
Yeah. So there's so many ways that people in their mind justify or try to explain away what their what they want to identify with or how they identify sexually. And I think that's where the word, like Leah said, fluid came in. It's easier to say, hey, I'm just fluid.
Everything's fluid.
I like what Natasha put up there too. Like there's men that like getting pegged, even if it's from a woman. And so it's
what is pegged?
Receiving.
I'm
receiving.
I'm out of the loop.
So it's the same action. Just
you don't know what that is, Jay Black?
So that's a man that wants another man to perform oral sex on them.
No, pegging is the woman is
sorry.
The one giving.
So they only want to give. They don't want to receive.
No, the woman has like a strap on. And
the woman has a strap on.
Pegging. I'm pegging. I'm pegging.
She's ransacking that ass.
I didn't know what that was either.
Yes. No, it's an official term. It's definitely it's a official community term.
Adult conversation, people. This is adult conversation at this point.
So we can't use the standard that like giving or receiving, even because some like to receive and they like to receive that action, but they're getting it from their woman and they love it. And then the woman is the one that's actually giving to the man because she's pegging that ass, like Mike said.
She couldn't date a man who's been with a man. You could be missing your soulmate, Margie. Don't do that. You could be missing your soulmate.
What if you date a man who likes to get pegged? Is there any?
And the thing about what Leah is saying is, again, sometimes that's what some men would consider a safe way to explore what they really want to do in the first place, action. But not in action. I can't.
The funny thing, the funny thing about this the funny thing that makes me laugh is how do you progress to that? Like, how do you actually get a woman? Like, you really got to start feeling comfortable, like the progression before you like, yo, any way you could throw the strap on? Like, how do you get to that moment? Like, do you just bring it in the room or?
I think it starts with the finger.
Or the tongue.
Lala said.
Or the tongue.
Wow.
They like it. They don't object.
A mirror. I don't know what you just walked in on the mirror. It's a weird timing how you just popped in
and be very clear. Be very clear. You know, I think that whatever you choose to do, like whatever your sexual practices are, whatever floats your boat in the bedroom, go for it. But I think that when you mislead, and that's what I'm leading to. When you mislead,
I'm not reading that.
I'm not reading that dissertation.
All right, here we go.
Take a stab at it.
Here we go. Usually, lesbian usually refers to a woman who had a romantic and or sexual orientation towards women. Some non-binary people also identify with the term gay. used in some cultural settings to represent men who are attracted to men in a romantic, erotic, or emotional sense. Not all men who engage in same gender sex behaviors identify as gay, and as such, this label should be used with caution. Bisexual or bi, a person who experiences sexual, romantic, physical, and / or spiritual attraction to whatever. There's a lot. As long as it's consensual and legal when it comes to age, knock yourself the fuck out.
And this is why you have so many sub cultures within a culture and sub practices within a practice, because everybody is like, well, no, I like that, but I'm not that. And so we talk about defining and definitions and putting people in boxes. That's why everybody want to be sexually fluid.
Nia said, nah, the mood is gone when I'm at strap up.
She said it's giving full-fledged tendencies.
What?
Okay?
Yo, put the strap on real quick. What are you talking about? Business. You know what the fuck I'm talking about.
And what if he asked for it every time? So it wasn't just like a
Yeah, now you can't have sex without putting the strap on. Like every time y'all have sex, the strap on be right next to the pillow. You know what this is, bitch. There are actually a lot of straight men who like their groceries eaten but swear they're straight. I think we're at an era where men are more open to what feels good.
Mike like his groceries eaten?
I don't like you.
It doesn't matter. Like she said, if it feels good, it feels good. Why is it associated with being gay or not? It doesn't.
Margie spoken. She's spoken.
That's what we
for those individuals.
Boundaries and sexual.
What'd you say, Mike? What'd you say? You said dog what?
No, the crazy thing about stuff like this is that you got to realize when guys, this is what I'm a freak, but this is what freaks me out about certain things. Like if I perform oral sex, understand you're kissing me afterwards. Like we're tonguing it down afterwards, which means if you do somebody's groceries and now you want to come up and kiss somebody, that just rubs me. That becomes nasty to me.
I can't even ask you, but
well, you can't ask me.
Jay Black is going through a whole
I'm rocking. I got the time out. I got the flag. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening right now.
Triggers and traumas.
What are we doing? Yes, Tosh. This is a pause moment.
So if you're not willing to go all the way with it, don't do it. We
Does that make you bisexual or gay?
No, we have one life to live.
Whatever you and your mate like to do, if you like to, to peg a little bit here and there, that's between you and your mate.
Yeah, just don't run around spreading stuff. That's what I'm worried. Just don't run around spreading stuff off of this nonsense. You start spreading. At least be like exclusive with what you don't be spreading stuff. Like
exactly.
Or how about
need
honest?
Diseases.
Yeah, and being honest with about your sexual practices with the next person that you're with. Yes, I've been with men. Yes, I've been with women. Yes, I've been with transgender.
What's a transgender, Mo?
I'm sorry.
What's a pan transgender?
What's a pan transgender?
No, Tosh said I just found out what a pan transgender
What is it, Mo? You know everything.
I don't know everything. Number one.
Anybody know what it?
Come on, doctor. Come on, doc. Our nurse practitioner.
Our
lawyer, Leah.
But what I don't like to do is speak on a culture or speak on a community that I don't fully fledged know about, and this ever changing. And they will tell you it's ever changing. Today it's one thing. It may be one thing, and the next thing it's not.
If you ever eat her butt, she ain't never kissing you ever again.
You don't go to one extreme or the next.
I can't.
It is
fun,
Wednesday.
It is Wellness Wednesday.
It's 420. We supposed to talk about weed smoking.
It's 420 today.
Yes, it is.
And is it healthy for you, doctor? We got our doctor here. I don't know if there's any Wellness Wednesday tips for our audience. Anything you've been noticing
for you?
Is COVID really coming back?
Whoa. Lala, just go ahead, Lala. Hold up. I'm attracted to a beautiful ass woman, but I don't know if I could be monogamous relationship with one. Okay, Lala.
You gotta respect that.
They gotta respect that, girl.
You gotta respect that.
You lucky you ain't meet me when I was 29. Okay, all right. You would have been part of the crew. Anyway, yeah.
Just
go ahead,
douche.
Jay.
All right. I don't even
just douche.
That's what Lala said. Just douche. I don't. Hey,
I'm sure
That's
Sequise
bad for
can
the
talk to that.
pH.
You're not supposed to do that.
You're not supposed to do
Wait,
that.
we got a
girlfriend.
doctor. We got a doctor
Can't
here.
do
You're not.
that.
It messes up the
Your
balance.
pH
Messes up
balance.
the pH, girl. I'm itching just thinking about it.
But
It
a lot of
naturally cleanses itself.
Sequisa though, a lot of
And if
females
it
do
don't,
douche
something
though.
wrong with it.
But
Something
wait.
wrong with it. Go see Sequisa.
So why does a lot of females? Is that an old school way of treating themselves, cleaning
It
themselves?
is, but it knocks out the natural defenses that your body needs, and that's why a lot of them get a lot of yeast infections. So if you get yeast infections, that's because you're doing that too much. I've never done that. I don't see the
I don't
purpose.
even use the same soap down there on her
don't
that I
either.
use on the rest of my body.
Oh, she's
Like,
like,
you know,
you can do shit. I don't know. All right.
Yeah,
This
you
is-
can.
This is too much for
No,
me.
they
I'm
do
been.
have
I know when I.
Yeah, it's like an enema.
it's like an enema.
It's like an enema.
I never,
They do.
I never thought about
And
it.
people should
Yeah.
be. You should be cleansing that area.
You
Anyways.
should. You absolutely should. Because I
I've
need
done
to.
a lot of the holistic stuff. You should need to get.
What
everything
guys
out
supposed to
of-
douche their anal? Would you just say?
Yes, you got to cleanse your colon.
Well,
You
that's
need
a
to
whole
get
health
all. You
thing,
need to get
yeah.
all that stuff out.
Jim
get
Black
a
is about to
tonic,
have a
you know?
coronary.
But for gay men that engage in that behavior, they also
I
need
don't
to
even know
get-
what douching
to
is. I
get
just heard it. I don't
everything
even know.
out before they have sex. Like I know that
They
that's
do.
something that they do. Trust me, I have a lot of gay husbands, and they fill me in on everything.
Yeah.
They do that before if they know
They
they're
go out
about to
on
have a
dates.
night of fun.
Pineapples.
Yes.
Pineapples.
Yes.
They
do.
get it all cleansed up in that area
do.
because you don't want anything blocking.
Yeah.
I always thought that
You don't want no surprises.
like okay.
Yeah.
You can do the poop
All right.
emoji.
This has been great.
But about the marijuana use,
Yeah. Yeah, get to the marijuana use, please. Talk about the marijuana, Sequisa, please. Go ahead.
marijuana use medicinally is not an issue except if you use it before the age of 24. If you use it before the age of 24, there has been research studies to show that you increase your chance of being bipolar or having mental issues because your brain is not fully functioning, fully formed, I mean. But as an adult, if you have to use it every day and you have to use it more than once a day, then you might want to check that out because that is the definition of addiction.
Mm.
So,
So you
I
can
remember
get
I was
addicted to marijuana. So
I was
that
watching
is
one
true.
of your shows, Jay Black, the marriage boot camp.
Yes.
They had
I watch.
Waka Flocka and Soldier Boy, and like every 5 minutes they were smoking to where the counselors came down and asked them to smoke less. They all threatened to leave.
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah. I did
Like
see
every
that.
scene, somebody was smoking.
I didn't know you can get addicted to marijuana. I didn't know it was addictable.
What?
Yeah, I didn't know it was like
That's
a
why they have
true
different
addiction.
grades. Because after a while, you get used to it, and it doesn't give you this. It's like any other.
They
drug.
wasn't smoking that Reggie. They
If you
wasn't
take it
smoking that
enough,
Reggie.
It stops giving you the same results, so you look for something higher.
Put on Nia's little lad. Just simple mild soap and water should be good. If more than that needed, gynecologist consult is a
So I love my honey
She's
pot.
a medical.
I like
I love honey
love
pot.
honey
Honey
pot.
pot
Yeah.
is amazing.
I use it every day, and I
do
feel like
too.
that she loves me a lot more now.
loves
I don't use soap.
Yeah.
I do the honey pot is right on, or even a glycerin, the pep, or even using the what is it, the peppermint or the lavender
It's like Irish
glycerin.
Spring.
But all of
Irish
those,
Spring
no,
is good.
that has so
No,
much
honey
fragrance
pot
in it.
is specifically
For that.
formulated for
Right.
the air. And
That's good.
Body wash.
That's good because I like my vagina smelling like nothing.
Just clear.
I like my vagina smelling like nothing. I want no scent whatsoever. I don't
No,
even
it's
want
not
to
a scent. It just helps
not.
you. It
good.
helps
I
to
just need it like
cleanse.
nothing. I need my vagina like white people cook food. I need it to taste like nothing.
No seasoning.
Nothing.
Listen, if you want to make sure of that, then go get some honey pot.
Yeah.
She's
This is not a
she
paid
even has
advertisement,
the
by the
bath
way.
bombs.
Because I'm gonna tell y'all young men something. Some of y'all young men are walking around here all willy-nilly tasting women, all willy-nilly. Okay, you keep playing. You keep trusting that. And I say it to women all the time who be putting stuff in their mouth all willy-nilly, like, yeah, I'll be even do. Okay. All right.
You can get crab STD in the mouth, Doctor Sequisa. Like
You can get
crab,
everything in the mouth.
Yes.
like you can get crabs. Like if someone had crabs and the person didn't know it and they performed like that's.
Oh my
okay.
gosh.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah, I just have visuals. I'm
You're
sorry.
exhausting, Jay Black.
She's a doctor.
Who's the
I'm gonna
doctor?
go ahead and
Sequisa,
I'm
let
gonna
us
let you
know.
take this, Sequisa.
Let us know, Sequisa, what we got. Like, what can you get performing, stuff like oral sex? What can wind up in your mouth
Wednesday?
On Wellness Wednesday?
You can get a lot of, as far as each specific STD, you can get it in your throat. So you can have gonorrhea in your throat, you can have syphilis in your throat. So that would be everything. Herpes, you can get it. Crabs, you can get it. So yeah, you have to be very picky on the penises.
Yeah.
Put in your mouth. If you pick it up and it look like peanut butter or brittle pad or something, you might want to just say, I ain't feeling good.
So, all right, here's a scenario. Say if a female has an odor, should you continue or should you stop that act?
Sometimes it's you guys, and I hate when men.
We're not talking about that. We're not talking about that. We're talking about women smelling like a locker room. We're talking about that one. We're talking about.
But sometimes they smell like a C market in a locker room because of your dirty penis.
Yeah, but I just came into this, so I have no idea what penis fossils you have in your vagina. I have nothing to do with that.
No, I'm saying
we just know that there's an odor.
No, sometimes there's a conversation around women's private areas and what they smell like, and sometimes when we say yes, it could be for XYZ reasons. It could be hygiene. However, sometimes it's due to the fault of the man,
right?
That causes the woman to have bacteria, vaginosis.
But this is my first time with you. I get what you're saying.
You pull your undergarments down.
Okay, if it's the first time, now we're
asking that question.
You should have led with that.
If you pull the undergarments down and you start smelling something,
the fish.
Then
like
why
Margie
are you
said.
proceeding?
So why are you asking that question? Like that's the
but like most guys going to still continue. To be honest.
Oh,
so
okay.
like something can happen. Like I don't know. I'm just trying to so you can educate. So you say they need to stop, but can they?
But you don't know what's causing the smell.
Like, could it just be a smell from them that's not something that could be contagious, or all smells are bad that can really harm the other?
Well,
this is a legit question.
In school, they don't teach us to sniff a smell and tell what it is. So I really couldn't.
It ain't a scratch and sniff.
So we used to shout out to Dr. Kenneth Williams, who was my longtime gynecologist and a friend to the show, who we call Dr. Kuda Pup. And so he said that he had gotten so Dr. Jay Black, Jay Black and Michael Shawn always got to get somebody a nickname, but he is a well-respected Black gynecologist, and he practices a lot of different avenues of family medicine.
Mm-hmm.
What he did say that there were certain bacterias and certain STDs that actually had a very distinct smell, and when he would go to examine a woman, he wouldn't even have to wait for the culture, because he said, I know exactly what you have.
Right.
So, there are some things that, of course, us as laymen, we not doctors, Jay Black, you can't stick your finger in there.
Do you know the smell? Do you know you smell? Wait, do you know that you smell? When you pull your underwear down, do you smell the fish? So don't act like you're surprising the guy.
First of all, I don't smell like fish, so I can't really give you an accurate answer. But I can say
no, like, do you not know as a female? Because I'm thinking for a guy to stop, that's weird for a guy. Is that moment when that smell hit and they know where they're at, they want to continue, they got an end goal. It's like, but the girl, do she know she smell that? She obviously got to smell it, right? Like,
so Jay Black, not all the time, because guess what? There are young ladies out here who don't know their bodies, number one, and who may have contracted. Take young girls, for instance.
They're used to the smell, basically, Jay Black. They're used to the smell.
They think that's a normalized smell for their body.
Yeah.
Yes, it may be a normalized smell for their body. And there's so many, I'll toss the ball back over to Sequisa to fully explain to you, but there's so many different things that go on with a woman's body that it may not even be an STD that's making her have a type of odor.
It could be the material of the underwear that you wear.
Mm-hmm.
Don't blame it on the underwear.
No, seriously.
My vagina allergic to cotton.
Uncircumcised.
This is
or
terrible.
If your spouse doesn't clean his penis properly.
She blames it on the underwear.
No, it's a real thing.
No, can you please repeat that for Jay Black so he will have a better understanding?
Right. It could be caused by the man. If you're uncircumcised and you don't clean that foreskin good, you can cause your woman to smell. If
Or
you don't
if you're
wash
cheating.
it, you
And
can
sometimes you just could. Sometimes you just could be a funky chick. Sometimes it could be all you. Sometimes it could be all you.
I went in the bathroom in Walmart, and I went in that stall, and I came out. I don't know who it was. It was like 3 women washing hands. I was like, I don't know who was in this stall, but you need some help.
I remember Mo played a chick out at the radio station. I'm not gonna name the artist who came to the radio station, and we interviewed the girl. And when she walked out, Mo was like, "Did you smell her?" And I was like, "Smell her?" She said, "Oh, girl, I don't know if she on her period or she not watching." I said, "I don't." I was like, "Okay, that ain't got nothing to do with us. That was her. That was her funkiness." Like that
I have a funny story about that. I used to work in the hospital. We had a small ICU, and this was my first patient that had a GI bleed. And if you have a GI bleed, it's a really bad smell. And I didn't know that, the patient had a GI bleed, and I'm getting a report from the other nurse. And I'm sitting there like, dang, this heifer is raunchy. Like, and then when I went and found out that the patient had a GI bleed, I came back and apologized.
What is it? What is that? But what is that? What is that? What is a GI?
It's like the next step
It's
under
when your
C. diff
stomach,
smell.
when your stomach has little hemorrhages of blood in it, and then it comes out of your stool. Like it smells really bad.
Okay, all right. Well, we're gonna wrap up on that. All right.
Not as bad as C. diff. Not as bad as somebody who has C. diff, but it is a smell to be reckoned with.
Though.
It's a different smell.
So it comes from the butt.
Yeah.
GI bleed smells like it comes from the vagina. So.
Wow. See what you did, Jay? Thank you.
Well,
all right.
Shifting gears. Only thing we didn't hit on
Wednesdays, and I'm glad Sinquisa was able to educate.
Netflix, Mike.
Oh, Netflix. We ain't really
thing.
got. What we gonna do with Netflix? They're lying. They're a bunch of liars. Netflix talking
I'm
about they
getting
lost
ready to cancel my Netflix subscription. I was really disappointed about their lack of Black movies during Black History.
Netflix has lost 200,000 subscribers in the first part of the year, and they keep blaming it because we I
bet it was because of Black History Month.
It could have been because of that, but they trying to blame it on people lending people their passwords. That ain't the damn
passwords.
reason.
They said 100 million households are sharing passwords, and a crackdown is coming, and that's why they lost people. I thought they lost people because their fees and rates went up. But they're saying no, they didn't lose all these people because of that. They lost it because y'all sharing.
We've been sharing passwords since Netflix started. This is a scam to lie to us so they can boost the prices. That's all it is. Y'all are giving people $60-70 million deals for every movie. Bad Vegan, a documentary. Y'all spending $15-20 million on a damn documentary about a white lady who scammed people.
Well, Kanye Cootie, they gave Cootie $30 million for the.
They
Kanye
gave him
DVDs.
$30 million just for Kanye.
$30 million.
I need to figure out how to get me a Netflix special.
Don't blame us. Don't blame us now. Netflix talking about you lost 200,000 subscribers. You lost people.
So I guess, but why would I pay for a subscription if I can use Mo's? So I kind of get that part, but at the same
even
time,
a limit to that. There's only so many that you can get.
So what if me, my daughter, and my cousin, we all chip in, or college students who we all share a bill, and so you can have 5 people on your Netflix account. If you got a certain, I guess, tier of account, that's 5 people. Why do all of us have to spend $17.99? So what's the purpose of you having 5 slots?
It's supposed to be 5 slots in the same home.
That's what it was supposed to be.
So what if I'm here? What if my husband who travels, who goes from hotel, state to state, and then what about my teenage or 19-year-old son who's in college? That's 3 different locations. You mean to tell me that we got to pay 3 different Netflix account bills?
Why aren't the other streaming services? And how about this? You losing 200,000 subscribers not because of passwords, because you got more competition now.
Yeah,
exactly.
You got more competition than ever now.
Right.
My kids don't even watch Netflix. They really don't even watch it.
Yeah, I was at dinner last night, and my friend was telling me about another service called Pluto, where she says Pluto is amazing.
And Tubi is free.
Tubi's free. Tubi's free.
Yeah, all of them.
BT Plus.
Unfortunately, I got every last one of those motherfuckers. These
And
people
they're
are
much
crazy in this
cheaper.
household.
But these things, they're much cheaper than Netflix. And some of the stuff that's on Netflix is on Amazon Prime and on other streaming networks. So
my kids is watching YouTube. My kids don't even watch it. The problem is that these kids now, this is why Netflix is losing. These kids now don't even watch TV like that.
They're
No, it's on
YouTube
demand.
kids.
You need it on demand.
YouTube.
They watch YouTube all
Fire
day.
Sticks. YouTube
Yeah.
is all day long. My son doesn't even watch half of the apps that I have purchased for him. He's
The
normally
only
on his
reason
damn
my
YouTube
daughter comes
channel.
down, we fight over the TV is because of the damn Fortnite. Let me tell you what the most annoying thing about these kids are right now.
Yes.
This is what's annoying. Me and Akela, we got into it. Akela got the TV downstairs. I don't mind it, but she's watching somebody else play a game on YouTube.
That's what I say.
They watch what apps people got in their phones. They watch
But they're
what
watching
they play.
somebody else play the game. Like,
Yes,
I don't
watching
mind if
somebody
you play the goddamn
Yeah,
game.
Exactly.
Then she was like, well, you're watching. Then
Yo.
this is why my kids, this is why I can't stand them. Well, all you're going to do is put on the basketball game and watch somebody else play a game.
Well, that's what I did an interview with Mavs Gaming on that same thing. And they told me that there's more kids and people that are tuned in to like watching somebody else playing NBA 2K or playing Fortnite than people that actually go and physically watch football games in person. Like it's going to replace actually going in person.
Let me tell you what football's doing on the low, and ain't nobody caught this commercial. They got a commercial that was being played every once in a while about the field being computerized and everything being computerized and how safe football was going to be, because they're trying to lead into a virtual reality where they ain't going to be real players. Y'all motherfuckers think y'all slick. And I was watching this commercial. I saw the commercial like 4 or 5 times. I said, what are y'all promoting? Because I don't get what y'all promoting. Y'all promoting safety, but I'm seeing computer images. And I'm like, y'all really trying to turn this into, we just go, what Leah just said. These kids are watching other people play video games. That's what this is going to turn into.
Yeah,
that is the metaverse.
If you talk to some of these top people that are in esports, so I know here in Texas, Frisco is leading in esports, and I go out there often to try to figure out what's going on, and they'll tell you that it's going to be a point where we're actually watching it that way versus in person, that the numbers they're seeing the numbers shift, where there's more people that would much rather watch other people playing the game or these virtual teams than going in person and watching in-person football games, basketball games, etc. And the kids that play make 6 figures a year or more.
Yeah.
To be on these professional gaming teams.
Oh, what I wish I could be a kid right now when it comes to that. If I'd have known I could have a whole career just being a gamer. Me to my child, why are you so entertained watching other kids play video games on YouTube? Turn on HGTV and watch other adults buying houses. Real talk.
Well,
that's true.
I'm here for it. My friend here in town, Danny Martin started a curriculum for colleges and high schools, teaching them how to tap into esports because it's a career. And I think it's going to take over the NFL and the NBA pretty soon.
I would say pretty soon, but I think there's going to be something. I don't think pretty soon. I think it's going to be, well, it depends
down the line, but it's coming.
Yeah.
These kids are in Roblox and they're building these virtual worlds. I took a peek at my son's dog on YouTube and I was like, how you get 2,100 views off of this one thing you made? And it was like literally like an 8-second short of this Sonic like figure or whatever. And I'm like, okay, I ain't got 2,100 views off of nothing I ever posted. But they had it figured out.
Well, if you want views, I know how you can get them if you want.
My daughter keeps telling me when I do my YouTube channel, she knows how to get me views because she knows the settings and the things on how to get pop up in people's feeds. Because she's a short video, she has so many views, and I'm just like, what?
They have it figured out, and they're learning early how to monetize or monetize.
Yes.
Robolock is my daughter in middle school.
Roblox.
Yes, Roblox.
Oh, Roblox.
Yes.
It's a big deal. Kids love it.
I just want to know why my car ain't flying. Just tell me why my car still ain't flying.
Because the Jetsons said.
Yeah, but if you were in Roblox, somebody would just make you a car that would be able to fly.
No, I want to be able to fly. I want to get in my car and fly to my mom's house. Like, why are these cars not flying?
That would be nice.
I promise you that'll be coming soon. Somebody is working on it. Probably Tesla.
It's done.
The Tesla group is probably already working on it.
They have the self-driving 18-wheelers.
This is what I don't get. Y'all so busy doing self-driving. I want to fly.
Yeah,
like,
self-driving 18-wheelers.
Influencers are.
I saw something on the news about that the other day.
Before we get out of here, I need y'all to pray for me because I'm scared. Y'all know that this Saturday is my summit, the Nurse Recharge Summit.
Yes.
And I've been really excited about it until I found out that they've lifted the mandates on the mask on the plane.
Yeah.
So I've told all my family, if you see me on the news, you know I was sitting next to somebody that was coughing and wouldn't wear a mask because I'm going left.
But
I
this
saw
is
them
a
make the
private
announcement on
event,
the plane.
Sequisa, right? Like this
What?
is a private event for you.
Yeah.
Right. So you can say, in order to attend your private event, that you still need to mask up.
Oh no, I'm wearing a mask.
Okay.
I'm talking about the people.
But wait, so they lifted yours, but in Philly they instituted an indoor one.
Yeah,
I'm
in
confused.
Philadelphia.
And I told you that indoor one was bullshit because the Sixers played and nobody had a mask on.
They had to come in with a mask on. They just took them off.
No, they had no mask. I watched the game. Once again, Jay wants to tell me what I saw.
I saw people with it. It was required to gain entry, though.
Dog, nobody wore the mask inside the game.
They didn't highly enforce it once you were inside.
So
but you
what
had
is
to
the
have it on.
point?
I was trying to understand.
Numbers are going back up. So
Yes, they
now
are.
they've lifted this mask mandate on the planes. The places that are green now will be red. Texas was green. Now it's turning yellow. These flights it's going to be red. So I don't understand the lifting of it.
Well, in Shanghai, in the past, I guess the numbers in the past 2 years to present, in Shanghai, they said this is the highest the numbers have been in over 2 years since almost the onset of COVID.
So
and
COVID's
so
back.
COVID never left.
It never did. And that's the part people talking about post-pandemic. We have not gotten there yet.
Can somebody tell me why it's always Shanghai? They got the highest rate of everything.
It's
like why is
Shanghai,
it why is China always got the highest rates of this COVID stuff? Like why is it?
Because that's where it originated.
Like I'm like, listen, man. I hate to
want
trump
them
the
to shut down
game.
Media room 360, so I'm just gonna.
Yeah, let's shut down all them planes leaving out of there, y'all. Yeah, the planes. I don't know. I don't know if I'd still wear my mask if I was on a plane or not. I don't know.
You would.
I think I would.
Recently they have
recycled air. So if one person in there has it, you're all going to get it.
I'm gonna keep it real. I was the most irresponsible person ever during COVID. I gotta admit it.
What is? Can we talk, Sequisa, about the long COVID and how it affects your memory? Like, is this real? Is this true? Like, what does that mean? True. So anyone that had COVID, if they forget something, that could be considered long COVID?
Well, not necessarily just forgetting stuff, because you forget stuff. But when you have other symptoms like being tired easily when you used to play sports, and plus the extra fatigue and the memory loss, like the three, all those go hand in hand. But the thing about it is, if you're suffering from long COVID, you need to go see a provider, because the longer you suffer, the harder it is to eradicate. Because I had a person that came in the next month after COVID with long COVID. We started her on treatments. By the next month, she was better. And then I had someone come in yesterday that has been going through symptoms for 4 months. So it's going to be harder to treat her. If you've had COVID, if your hair is falling out, if you're winded when you didn't used to be, if you are tired, that way you just cannot wake up, and your memory is bad, you need to seek treatments, because there are medications that we can give you for long COVID, but the chances of them being effective depends on how long you wait with your symptoms. And that's something we do as Black people. I'm just going to say this, because we always think, oh, it'll go away.
It'll go away. Yeah.
It'll go away. If it ain't went away in 2 weeks, you gotta go
going away. Yeah.
I have my hair still falling out.
A member of our community.
Yeah, my hair's still
that she didn't get seen, and she just let it get bigger and bigger and bigger. And by the time she went to go get it checked out, within 2 weeks she had passed. So
can COVID throw your period cycle off? What Marjorie's saying? Can it throw your period off?
Absolutely. And the thing about it is people that got the vaccine, people that got COVID, it's everybody. So it's not. And I really don't understand why we still pushing the vaccine. Like in kids,
you're always anti-vaccine.
No. I'm not anti-vaccine. Don't do that. No.
I'm sorry. It was just blurted. My bad.
I'm not anti-vaccine. I'm anti-stupidity. Like if you, of the 900,000 people that died of COVID, only 950 of them were children. So why are we forcing vaccinations on them?
So you calling anybody stupid that got the vaccine?
No, I'm talking people that don't realize what's going on and just follow the narrative and don't do your own research for your body. That's stupid. I mean, because if you go and take a shot and you don't know what it will do, you don't know the research of it. Whatever shot you did, I asked people like, what was the percentage of Black people that they studied on? You don't know that. Like this is something that is new. That's not going. It's not like the shots that our parents got. If you're putting this in your children, and I'm talking about kids, I'm not talking about adults, you should be doing your research. Just because somebody said, oh, well, your child needs this vaccine, explain to me why. If 900,000 people died from COVID and only 950 of them were 17 and younger, why are we forcing this vaccine on children? Because that's like a 0.0005% chance that they'll die. Why? But there's like a 30% chance that they'll get myocarditis. That doesn't make sense to me.
Excuse me.
It's a 420 cough.
That's my 420 cough. Well, y'all, this has been great. Squeeze the promote everything you got to promote. Come on.
Yes. Well, if you're in Texas and you need a good healthcare provider, the girl is the one to come and see. I specialize in all things Black health. I actually take extra classes and do extra research to see how things affect our bodies, diseases, because they affect us differently. So if you have a condition that your doctor cannot control, I guarantee it's because they have not done the research on how it affects you. So you need to come and see me. I got a book, No Colored Nurses. I got a boot camp that helps women change from wearing a badge to being a boss. I have an online store. I'm a motivational speaker that has really picked off. I have so many speaking engagements coming up. I'm fixing to have to hire a nurse practitioner because y'all, I'm tired of this. Like, and this Saturday is the Nurse Recharge Summit. I'm so excited. People say, "Are you nervous?" I was like, "Baby, no. This is what I was going to do. I'm so happy."
This is your wheelhouse. Yes,
Y'all make sure you watch me on Saturday. I'm not gonna send it to you, Michael Shawn, because I sent you a message last week and it's still on read.
Ooh, where'd you send it to me at?
Facebook.
Oh yeah. I am the worst on Facebook. Like I really don't know how to do a lot of stuff. I don't even know how to really post anymore on Facebook. I got to get back on there. So yeah, messages. Because you got to go to your messenger, right, to get your messages from Facebook. Yeah, I do have a whole bunch of that messenger stuff. I got to check that out. I apologize. That wasn't on purpose. Leah, you got anything you want to talk?
I always respond to Instagram.
Yeah, and I was banned from that till today. So I was out of that. Very educational show. Thank you, TP. That's amazing. Have a great day, everybody. TP, Leah, anything you want to promote, or you good?
Yep, her new love card. She has a new deck of cards. So love card reading. Oh no, not that.
I don't have any new cards. No new cards.
I was not excited for nothing.
I don't have any new cards. I don't have any new cards.
That is hilarious. She gets giddy over that shit too. She's like, I got cards.
I love it. Oh, really, Jay?
No.
Love cards.
That's when you know you're good at something if you love it.
Yeah,
yes, I love it.
Good at it.
Exactly. All right, let's wrap up.
What you got going on, Lee? I'm sorry, I cut her off. Like, what we got next?
We're good. Just follow me at the Leah Frazier. I always got stuff going on.
Oh, she always got. She got clients. She got accounts.
I saw her with Romeo, and she's always at some event doing. She always saw her on TV. I saw her. Yeah, I've recorded.
She getting houses built. She all types of adult shit she got going on.
You getting a house built?
No, I don't know what Mike's talking.
Every once in a while, she be strapping on these dudes. Like, it goes down. It goes down.
That's her IG, the Leah Frazier.
Yes.
Leah was like, "You only live once." Don't think I ain't catch that, Leah. Leah was like, "You only live once."
Who am I to judge? Who am I to judge?
Who am I to judge? What you need? You need that in your life, homie? I got you. I'm Leah Frazier, bitch. Leah, I told her if I was in Texas, she would be my provider.
Yes.
NPS and nurses rock.
Yes.
All right, y'all. We're
MPs.
good. We're out of here, Shawnee. Hope everything's good. Love me for who I am, not who you want me to be, because I can never be that. And understand there's only one thing in life that's guaranteed. It will end. So enjoy every minute, every second. You fight for everything in life. Fight for your happiness. Never let anybody take that from you. All right, y'all. We will see y'all mañana. Everybody have a great time. Thank you, Leah. Thank you, Sequisa. And we'll rock out TakeOver Legends. Yeah, yo.
Michael Shawn and the TakeOver Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.